nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? I'm gonna buy a ticket now, as far as I can. Ain't a never coming back. Ride me a southbound, all the way to Georgia now, till the train and run out of track. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Oh, Lord. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Lord, I can't stand to see what that woman, she been doing to me. Can't you see? I'm gonna take a freight train down at the station, Lord. That woman ain't never coming back. Oh, can't you see? Gonna ride me a southbound down all the way to Georgia, Lord.
The original.
What was that?
The original.
I literally wasn't listening.
The bed. I was the Marshall Tucker Band, Can't You See? It's one of my favorites.
Never heard that song before in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah. Can you play it again?
I cannot. Let me just get you the
Give me
chorus.
the chorus.
I think it's like all throughout it. Hang on really quick.
Far as I can, ride me a southbound, all the way to Georgia now, till the train and run out of track.
Theme to Wonder
Can't you
Years.
see?
No. That's probably
Oh, can't you
right?
see?
I don't know what else the Marshall Tucker Band sings. Probably. I didn't even know, to be honest, until I Googled this right now. Can't you see that the Marshall Tucker Band even existed?
I've never heard this song before in my
And
entire
you're
life.
listening to it. It's bizarre.
This is brand new. Oh, we're doing it again.
Good morning. It's Friday. Man, that's good.
Yeah.
It's been a long week. Man, I remember Monday. Remember Monday? That was a rough show.
That was a long time ago. Oh my God, that was this Monday? That feels
It
like
was.
it feels like a week and a half ago.
Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. You can always join us if you want. 866-916-0959. You can text us 71090. You're going to text anything low. Text TV 71090. Which, by the way, we're up for an award for.
Oh,
Which I don't know if we would need to get into it now.
I really want to talk about.
You do? You want to talk about it? Because it's 5:44 and we have one listener. But we can.
I want to talk about the amazing.
I only like one segment of the day, and that's our 635ers.
You know what? Not gonna lie, I also enjoy that.
No,
Hey, is it not on?
What?
Oh, never mind. The stream on the website doesn't start until 5:45.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it
So
started
it's on-
right
it's-
now.
It's on the YouTubes, but it is not on the website.
So yesterday when we were in a meeting that we didn't have to be in, it could have been done on an email meeting. You've had those before.
Yeah, you mean every single meeting that's ever existed?
We found out WBA's, or Wisconsin Broadcaster Association Awards. Now, they do it every year. They're kind of the Golden Globes, if you will, for radio people, for the state. It's the entire state.
Yeah.
They literally, this is the funny thing, they really mean nothing unless you win them. And
Yeah.
even when you win them, they still don't mean anything. But it's funny, every PD I've ever worked with and you've ever worked with, they don't care about them, but they want to win them.
They don't care about any of the small ones. like the ones that we're up for, they only care about getting as
Station.
many small ones as possible because whoever gets the most small ones wins Station of the Year.
Man, we went there one year and we kicked ass.
It was the first year that you and I were...
That had to feel good.
Together.
That had to feel good because it made me feel good. It went, oh man, we actually are doing something that's fun,
And-
even though they don't mean anything.
Yeah, we won like best radio show, best bit. We won like 5 awards. We
Now-
put in for like 7.
We've won 3, right? Best shows. We won Big Market, Medium Market, and Medium Market.
Yep.
Okay.
We won. We put in for 7 that year. Took first in 5 of them. Second in 1 and third in the one that you thought was the only one we were going to win.
My
Is
God,
you had like
that was so embarrassing.
You and I both had like 1 or 2 drinks, and I was like we had just won
we
like
were getting
3
cocky
or 4
too.
awards.
Yeah. We keep going out there to win our awards.
It's like, oh God, my legs are starting to hurt from standing and accepting awards so often. So then it's like best use of audio, and Jake's is like,
Oh, it
God,
was killer, Lo.
Here we go.
Wait, I'm finding it.
Tanner does math.
Wait, was that what it
That's
was called?
what it was. It was
hold on.
Tanner
Let
does
me-
math with
I-
kids without kids.
Hang on, I really want to find this really quick. If we had a producer, find that.
Producer!
Where would it be at? What folder? Because I want to see if it's as good as I
don't
thought.
know what folder yours
Tanner
are in.
math.
Tanner
oh wait,
does-
how do I do that? How do I search?
Man, I just don't know how to... Math.
Here we go. We're waiting. I'm excited.
It might just be labeled Best Use of Audio 2015.
in my
14.
You mean my WBA folder?
Yeah, which is probably 12 folders in.
How long was a bit? It was longer than 46 seconds, right?
Maybe.
Why, I think
Why
so.
not?
Why?
It was back at IXX.
That's true. We used to get whipped.
Yeah.
Get slapped in the face.
Yeah, you think they're all nice over there, but they're very physically abusive.
Hey, how long was that break? 1:05. Hoo-wah! And that's the way they sounded it.
Said under 60 seconds.
Wait. 2014?
Yeah.
Best show. I got best show winner 2015. Dude, I want to hear some of this audio right now. Very excited.
Very.
Okay, so this is 2014. We won for
Yeah.
best show.
For best show.
So
you
I don't
and
have
I had
audio.
been doing this full time for 6 months at this point.
The Jake and Tanner Podcast.
All right, so here we go.
Okay.
Deciphering country music.
This was
Got a little
fun.
boom in my big truck. Gonna open up the doors and turn it up. Gonna stomp my boots in the
Georgia
Georgia
mud.
mud. Gonna watch you make me fall in love.
Okay, so where are we at now? Big truck?
As of right now, he's got a big truck.
Okay.
And a little boom, which I think means he has like a system.
Oh, no.
Like-
See, I think that's a lot of guys' problems that buy big trucks. Guys that buy
What?
big trucks, they have little booms. I think that's why he listen.
Got a little boom in my big truck.
Maybe not.
You know what? I respect that,
Uh-huh.
but I think I might be right, but I don't think you're wrong.
Okay.
Fall in love. Get up on the hood of my
Daddy's tractor.
Wow. Wow.
Bit demanding,
A
don't
little
you think?
bit. A little bit demanding, Brian
Okay.
Luke.
Luke Bryan.
Luke Bryan.
Fall in love. Get up on the hood.
We can
of my
skip this one if we want. Well, now it's
daddy's
exciting.
truck.
It's
Up on
fun,
the
yeah.
Don't matter. Down on the
We've heard it a
tailgate.
lot.
Girl, I
Yeah.
can't
Okay, first of all,
Okay.
what tractor has
Where
a toolbox?
are we?
I feel like he said dad's tractor, so he's at his dad's house.
He's on the land because he's a farmer. He's
So he-
made that very clear.
So he's on his dad's tractor at a farm.
Yeah, but then he says something about a toolbox.
Do they have tailgates on tractors?
No, I don't think they have
Apparently,
tailgates on tractors.
his
They
dad's-
usually have that on trucks, if I'm not mistaken.
Not
Let's-
at his dad's house. Not
It's-
at
I still
Brian's
don't know
dad's
what's
house.
going on here. I really think that this might be a gentleman's club.
All right, well, let's find.
watch you do your thing. Shake it for the jump up sitting.
By the way, these are difficult to do.
We were like, you know
we
what
did
we
this
should
on,
do?
we did this kind of
Weekly.
yeah when you had to do them weekly when we tried to make a bit out of it.
Yeah.
They became annoying and we hated our life.
Do your thing. Shake it for the jump up sitting.
Yep. Did he just say, hold on.
Shake it for the jump up sitting and the honky tonks for the rest.
Okay,
So
this
his
is where,
buddies are there.
See,
this is where
this is-
I get.
Pause. Pause.
Sorry.
This is I love that bit, but I take so much blame for why it's not better.
Why?
Because you and I had decided earlier that it was going to be a strip club, but I've prematurely let go that I thought it was going to be a strip club before he said the line that indicated it was a strip club.
Oh, wow. I didn't even pick that
Go
up.
back.
That's your
That's
your
my-
comedic. I could have been funnier.
It could have been funnier.
Yeah.
I blew that too soon.
Here, let's.
If I'm not mistaken.
See, listen.
Said something about a tool.
Okay, first of all,
Okay, it
what
was right there.
tractor has a
Right before that.
No, like the first thing that you said?
Oh.
dad's tractor? So he's
Okay, well,
at his
right here,
dad's
yeah.
house?
Yeah.
He's on the land because he's a farmer. He's made that very clear.
So he's on his dad's tractor at a farm.
Yeah, but then he says something about a toolbox.
Do they have tailgates on tractors?
No, I don't think they have
Apparently,
tailgates on tractors. They usually have that on trucks. If I'm not mistaken.
Not at his dad's house. Not at
I
Brian's
still don't know
dad's
what's
house.
going on here. I really think that this might be a gentleman's
Oh,
club.
yeah, before he even
Nothing
said
says anything?
Yep.
Boom, that's what it was supposed to
Yeah,
come up.
okay.
And I still
I
feel
gotcha.
bad about it.
Okay,
So his buddies are there.
This is where I get. He's got friends there. He just made a girl get up on the truck,
Forcefully.
the
told
tractor,
her.
forcefully,
Or truck. We don't know, really.
and start dancing for the young bucks. Yeah,
Which
it's
is his
it's a gentleman's club
Let's hold on.
at
Hold on.
at his dad's house. His dad built a gentleman's club in the middle of a field, and his nasty hillbilly friends are over there watching this girl dance on a
Jake,
tractor.
we don't know that yet. Let's play a little bit more.
Rednecks rockin' till the break of dawn. The DJ spinning that country song.
Why is there a DJ?
Okay, yeah, it's a gentleman's club in his dad's field.
Come on.
I love this bit.
I know. It a lot of
Oh
fun.
no, there's bears there.
No, he said birds.
It's bear. Listen,
Shake it
For the birds.
shaking for the bears.
shake it for the birds. Shake it for the bees.
Oh, you got to put that hillbilly thing.
Yeah,
on there.
the birds.
Bad.
Shake it for the birds. Shake it for the bees.
Wait, why are
Birds
you
and
shaking
the
it for
bees.
animals?
Shake it for the birds. Shake it for the bees. Shake it for the catfish swimming down deep.
God, is this the most
done.
pandery
No,
song?
now-
Idea,
I'm confused.
catfish.
I feel like he's dancing with a woman at PetSmart.
And he's tipping her with fish.
I guess on a tractor.
That was the first one.
That was number one.
We don't have to go through all these. That was just,
So
hang
we're
on, let
trying
me
a
hear.
theory here to see if she still sounds hot doing it.
That's really
That
funny,
was
though.
fun. That was a good
we had
bit.
a voiceover girl that sounds sexy as all get out. We would say
She
that. We'd be like,
did.
man, she sounds pretty. And so we sent her some audio to say to see if she still sounded sexy.
And she does.
Cat threw.
And hear from
Let's just hear.
Yeah, the cat threw up on the bed sheets again. Jake and Tanner afternoons.
It was.
You're listening.
I just-
Let
let me
a
just.
90s theme, and if you get 2 questions right, now we're
Something really?
Well, keep your fingers crossed.
All right, jewelry. I'll hope for
I
jewelry.
remember this?
Okay, are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay, what was the name of the dog on Full House?
Oh my God, that's so easy.
Oh, man. Some of
That
these
was
I want to
fun.
go through, but the problem is I know probably listeners want to hear it, but we've heard these so much
many times
that
that-
we're bored. In my head,
I'm
in
bored
my
as
head,
hell.
we're bored and we're trying to rip through it really quick.
Yeah.
and we're probably
Maybe one of
No,
these
you
days
got
we should
flex
take
pay-
all this
flex
audio
payments.
and
Oh,
make it
really?
Yeah,
available.
$57.99.
It's a great idea. That's a really good idea. Like, we could just give it a real quick. If you want to listen, we could put it up on the podcast or something real quick. Like,
Yeah.
hey,
that'll
this
be
is-
something for our producer to do. Take all of our audio,
But you should call
and put
Payless
it into
first.
an archive somewhere.
why I was laughing over here for a second is because I'm going through all this old audio.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we did this or not.
Which one?
Here, replayed it. And I don't want to. We don't have to.
What is
but
it?
it says Tanner moans to mom.
Nope.
Okay.
I don't wanna read
Was that
one.
my mom?
It was.
It was mine?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
All right. Hi, what do they call you?
They call me Jennifer.
Hi,
Hi,
Jennifer.
I just wanted to tell you guys how much I love you because I hate Luke Bryan, and you guys just made my morning.
Thank you. Thank you,
thank you.
2014, Jake
Hell
and
yeah.
Tanner.
2014, Jake and Tanner.
By the way,
are-
WBA winner 2014,
Yeah.
15, 16, 17. I don't know. If I might have added a year in there.
No, I think that's right.
Jennifer, what are you wearing? I'm so sorry, Jennifer. Thank you for the call. Dang it.
Thank you.
Bye, Jennifer.
Yeah,
Oh, she didn't laugh. She was
Yeah,
like, oh,
she didn't
awesome.
like that
Hashtag
anymore.
Me too.
Wow.
So we can get into here and let me see. I'm just trying to recalculate back back time. We got a couple minutes, I guess.
Yeah, we got like 3 minutes to talk.
We have. I want to talk more about the WBAs and what we're nominated for because we, for some reason, we can tell you why. I guess it's not for some reason. We don't get nominated for best show any longer.
No, because the whole parameter is you have to send them an entire day's show within a 15, and it can't go over like a 15-minute clip.
This was a 12-minute, hold on. Yeah, 12-minute, 35-second clip or audio file in 2014, but they want
that was the whole day
4-hour show.
Yep.
They want your best show throughout that, or your show throughout that day.
Yeah.
You can pick whatever day you want.
But it's one day, all audio clips.
Right. So for us, our segments are 15 minutes.
Yeah, we go over the longest thing. For one, how are we supposed to fit 3 hours of content into, like 3 hours of legit content into 15 minutes?
Yeah, so it's really hard to find, and especially when they don't know our personalities and they haven't liked the show yet.
Yeah.
So that's really, really tough just to hear us, and then we're asking Jennifer when she calls what she's wearing. Right away they go, how rude. But if you go down further and you're with us for a year or whatever, they go, oh, I understand their personalities and they're just joking around.
It's still kind of rude.
Well, it's not that rude. Jennifer sounded very pretty.
I
just want to know. She sounded like she was wearing a leather jacket. That's all I want to know, if she was wearing a leather jacket.
To ask that.
But we're not hiring her.
Not anymore. We can't. We should sue you in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So we never get nominated for Best Show anymore because we're not good. But we want to tell you what we got nominated for, enough to where I told Angie, and she died. Very first one she goes, what are you nominated for? And I told her, and she just died laughing.
Listen.
Yeah.
The Jake and Tanner show is known for like 3 things. Okay? One of them being dumb conversation.
Sure.
And the other 2 we got nominated for. I mean, if I was being honest with myself, I feel like these 2 that we got nominated for, I mean,
well, it's going to give us the
synonyms with Jake and Tanner.
Going to give us the ultimate respect through not only with our peers in the career, everybody. The listeners are going to be like, I knew it.
Everybody laughed at me.
Oh, they did.
Cannot wait.
We'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Does this one ever kick in? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Hey, it's
the
Jake and
other
Tanner Show.
one.
Hi, my name is Jake. I'm a 38-year-old male with a full head of hair. I do. Don't believe the lies. Tanner, the other host of the show, tell me something about you.
Hi, my name is Tanner. I'm 27 years old, and I have a full head of real hair.
Yeah, no, mine is real too. The more I defend it, though, the more it doesn't. So I'm going to not defend it anymore.
It's finally. I'm very happy to see you accept.
Producer position. Boy, we're narrowing things down. Today is the last day to get resumes in.
It is, yeah.
I mean, you can send them in, but we're not going to look at them. We'll just
I think it will literally be taken down today. So,
man, did we get a lot of good ones. A lot of bad ones, too. But not yours. If you sent yours in, we're not talking about you.
The saddest thing, because this is the first time that you and I have ever headed up a search.
Sure.
So it wasn't fun going through resumes and like recognizing names of people that we know.
Yeah, I know.
And then liking them, but ultimately having to draw a line somewhere.
I want to find. Can I read? I really like this cover letter, and I think you would too. Can I read it and just not say who it's from? I mean, I don't know the law. I mean, I know she or he would not care if we did. I'm not saying that. I just don't know if that gives an unfair advantage. I don't think it does. That's the big thing.
Let me see. I would not.
You wouldn't? I really want to read it.
The reason that I wouldn't is because I can tell you why I feel like we shouldn't read it on air, but I can't tell you on air why I feel like we shouldn't read it on air.
Can we read it if he or she, if we decide to have them come in?
That's when I would choose to read that.
Okay. Makes more sense.
If that person made it through.
Well, I don't know. We still got to talk about that. I'm not saying he or she. I didn't even get to the resume.
Yeah.
I don't even know I just know this was fun and creative.
Yeah.
Or was it awful? Let's see what we're doing here.
Who knows?
Fine. Well, if they get through, if we decide that.
Because I think we should do that with everybody.
Sure. Okay. Just go through
read their cover letter and critique it.
By the by, there's never been a better time to have LASIK at Optivision. It's only $14.95 a 9. You're back to work the next day. Call 1-800-20-HAPPY free consultation. So we were just talking about WBAs, big Golden Globes for the radio industry. They do it every year, and they do it state by state by state. The awards literally mean nothing. Nobody cares, but you want them.
Yes.
For some reason.
Because imagine your job. Imagine if you had a job, and then every year they said, hey, you took first in this aspect of your job. Here's a trophy.
Yeah, right.
Like if you changed oil, it'd be like, you got number
it
one
still
oil
feels
filters
good
today.
I will tell you this: when we went to the other radio station in Milwaukee,
that was such crap.
The country station. The first year, how long were we there? We were only there for like 3 or 4 months.
Not even.
Like that.
Our first day on the air was the week of Thanksgiving. We were there for like a month and a week.
Okay, and when we got there, they wanted to WBAs.
Get your WBAs together.
Your WBAs, submit them. And again, it's a bunch of audio from a day show, one of your shows from one of the days.
Yep.
Our show got so changed because we would sit down with people and they didn't like anything that we did.
Yep.
They go, submit. So we had trouble submitting audio because we thought everything sucked and it was all about Garth Brooks, or we had to talk a lot of country, so we didn't know what to do. So can I say this? Who cares? What?
Well, no, because we did play a lot of the stuff that we played there, but
I don't want to. We did. Never mind.
We did
because I saw you turn and you go, well, maybe anyway.
But let me
say this. I understand what you're thinking. Let me say this: with the 4 months that we were there, we took number one in big market morning show radio. We won the best radio show, and we got not even
an email.
We were looking for recognition because they hated our show so much. So we were like, it would be nice if people said, oh my God, great. You guys have only been here this long. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
But I know why. Because
it wasn't their show.
It wasn't the show they wanted.
So just don't want to dwell on this because we've said this so many times. Because if you've ever thought we were exaggerating at how soon they started to just take us down, we were there for a month and a half.
Upper management.
Before we had to submit all of our WBA stuff.
Yeah.
And we submitted all of that stuff out of spite, saying, let's put up all this stuff that we did in the beginning when we first got here.
Right.
So then they can see that's the show that's good.
Because
theirs wasn't good. Their idea wasn't great.
All right, we didn't get one email.
And we did that, and we won, and we thought, what a battle we just won. What an amazing thing.
And it
now
kind of
they're going to see.
maybe we should allow them to do that.
Let them be creative. Let them have the show that they feel like they need to do. And they didn't even send an email.
So last year we were up for something. We lost. I don't know what we were up for. This year we're up for 3 things.
I thought we won. We won something last year.
We did?
We got first in something last year.
We did.
Original feature?
Maybe.
I believe so.
What was the original feature? Something we probably don't do anymore. Was it the Oregon Trail?
It could have been. Because that is as original. That's as original as you will ever get in radio.
Yeah, if somebody
Nobody
takes
wants to do with that.
Yeah, because I've even tried to explain that on Studio Think Tank. Again, Facebook for radio. They don't understand it because it's so difficult.
I tried explaining that to Justin, who used to be on the Free Beer and Howling show, and now he's in Chicago.
Did he? Because when he explained it sounds like crap.
I tried so hard to explain this to him.
Yeah.
And he was like, so you just play
you
the
narrate it?
Yeah, but you got to narrate it. But what do you do? And I don't know. I make stuff up as I go.
I do not know if it works. All I know is that clients want to sponsor the hell out of it.
It's the most sponsorable thing we have.
Do you remember that one of our fourth bosses at KTI, the country station, said, he came in and he says, I hate it. And it would be gone, but a client wanted to buy it and said they wouldn't do any sponsoring unless they sponsored that.
Yeah. Just so you know, that even though it's sponsored, it's still bad.
By the way,
we shouldn't have it on the station. I don't want to hear, but it's sponsored.
8 o'clock, we're going to be doing that. So this year, we just got told yesterday that we're up for some WBAs. We're up for 3 of them.
If there are 2 categories that the Jake and Tanner show never get recognition for.
That's right.
Even though we are amazing at them. It's these 2 categories. It's finally good to get some recognition.
When I told my wife what we were up for, she laughed. Laughed in my face.
Out of joy. Because finally her husband's getting the recognition he deserves.
Somebody said you should bring back Oregon Trail. We do it every Friday.
Yeah, we do it literally every Friday.
So the first one, we got nominated for Best Use of Social, which is Jake and Tanner TV.
That's great.
JTTV.
It works.
Yeah. Pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Text TV to 71090. You can do you can see finger guns.
Pow, pow, pow.
The next one that we got... The next one that we got was you're nominated for Best Sports Coverage.
Yes! Jake and Tanner, #1 in sports.
And all the listeners on the text line, you guys should never talk about sports. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Say that to our awards.
Now, when I asked, because I was very confused, I go, hey, Red, Big Red. We call Joe Big Red.
Yeah.
And he goes, yes, sir. And I said, what?
Because the sun was on him. It's like Smeagol and Gollum whenever.
I said, what award is that?
You're so pasty.
I said, what audio did we submit? Because I don't even remember submitting. A lot of the things, too, Joe, because we didn't take... The WBAs are sometimes, for us, kind of like, blah... Like it's a lot. Well, when the producer gets here, that will be one of your jobs.
Yeah,
to cut up some audio for that WBA, and we're doing other things like you got to go home and play Red Dead.
Yeah,
and we said, what did we submit? Because Joe went and grabbed some audio.
Yeah, because we said, how are we supposed to do this? 15 minutes, and hell, we rarely know what we're talking about or remember anything.
And it was the segment where we took all the weird sports from different countries, and we talked about it. And I remember the one that I really laughed because you said it was the wife carrying one, where you carry your wife all the way around, and you said you and Angie are about the same height. So if you just carry her upside down, so her legs are like facing towards the sky, and you run, and when you get tired, you just flip over, and then she takes
then she
over.
could take over. You guys are basically the same size.
All right, so that's at one.
So respect us, sports nerds.
And then the next award we're up for, Jake and Tanner is up for Best News Coverage.
Yes! You tell us that we're not topical and we don't know news.
I was so confused.
And then we're like, well, what news story did we
find it.
Did we make fun of?
Hang on really quick. Let me see if I can find it because I really want to hear it.
Yeah, because they said it was hilarious, but if when we tell you the story
I don't know.
was.
Hold on. Let me just. Did you probably type it shooting in Madison?
Maybe. Probably.
Jake and. Let me see if it's on. Let me see if it's on Spreaker. Man, dang it. Hey, producer, can you find that audio? That'd be great. Anyway, this is another one that Big Red took audio. He wanted to. Joe's plan on this, and I don't really agree with the exact plan that he has, but it's his station. He runs it the way he does. He's a smart man. He knows more about that stuff than I do. But he wants so much audio put into these things. Ton. Because I think the more audio, the more you win, you're going to get a station of a year. And even though that doesn't matter to Joe, he says it matters. It matters to every PD.
It matters, I think, to him because he said he's the only PD that works here that hasn't won it yet.
And it would be fun to have that award.
Awesome.
You know what I mean?
I mean, if once again, imagine if your job that you're at right now or you're getting ready for gave you a massive plaque and trophy.
Sure.
You'd be so excited.
Now, this,
what did we call it? Probably Madison something?
Man, it was I want to see, before I explain it would be neat if we could just hear it. We'll just see if we can find it.
Sure, I got it.
You do?
Yes.
What? God, you're good, friend. Where are you at? Henry Mixer or you CR?
No, Henry.
Okay. So this was the audio this was what we won the award for on the news. For the news best my wife's coverage. Doing all this research on well, now you're getting all this included in this all-inclusive trip with because the rooms are getting booked. We only have in a radio station.
Okay.
After shots fired.
Yeah.
This was
it's if you keep kicking the can, just pull the trigger. Just do it.
Oh, wow. So text TRIP to 710.
Don't do that right now.
Here we go. Suspect still at large. After shots fired at a Madison radio station. Did you hear this?
I didn't.
In state news tonight, police in Madison are searching for a suspect after a radio DJ was shot early this morning.
Look at that. No respect.
Yeah.
Just how she said a whiny radio DJ. Just a radio DJ.
Basically a target.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
It happened around 3 a.m. at WORT-FM in Madison. Witnesses say a man wearing a mask entered the broadcast booth with 3 DJs inside and fired off 5 shots. A 33-year-old DJ was hit and transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. He was later released.
Not even name recognition. I would be so mad if I got shot. And then all she said was, just a radio DJ got shot in the arm. If I took a bullet, I would hope to God they're branding the name.
Yeah. Jake from the Jake and Tanner show was shot. That's what you need to say, not just
what we need.
Regular DJ.
I don't even know why it happened. I could not tell you what the ordeal was all about.
Yeah, I don't know why did he get shot? How did that guy get into the building? We should call Jolene, who works in Madison.
The police currently do not have any suspects. Says they're unsure how the suspect entered the building. That's another thing. How did they even get into the building?
Maybe it was an inside job. Maybe it was a night guy. Or was this the morning show?
After the shooting, Experience Radio Silence said, wait a minute. Hold on.
Are they talking
You're telling me
now?
3 a.m. on Sunday morning, there was a 3-person morning show?
Okay. Some Madison radio station has too much money.
There's no possible way. There's no live radio people at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Not 3?
Especially on Sunday.
Yeah, no.
No possible way.
It's Saturday night, I guess.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, guys, it's Jim.
What's up, Jim?
Hey, Jim. That's why. That's why
Jim.
we got inaugurated.
You guys talked to Chris Berry about switching my stuff over?
Wait, are you gonna go to this trip? Oh, are you going on the Mexico trip?
I
don't know if he gets back into it or not.
But either way, I stand by Three person overnight show in Madison.
Going from Saturday to Sunday
they
morning.
Have too much money.
Or that, yeah.
What is that? Is it a college station?
Oh, it's got to be. They got to be doing it for free, right? Makes me upset.
I know if you did radio in college, you're basically a professional. You're not. If you did radio in college and you just worked at your radio station, you don't do this. You got to pick your own garbage music. My buddy Steven did it.
Everybody has done it.
Everybody's
Every time
had a radio show.
Tanner and I go to any kind of remote or an appearance or whatever, we always have one person that'll come up and go, "Yeah, I used to do that. I did that in the '80s, or I did that in the '90s. Oh, no you
money
did. What? Yeah, no money in that. What station? I was college.
It's college radio. I bought one of
college.
those Fisher Price things where it broadcasted over an AM station.
And they always like, oh yeah, and I remember Q. Or another thing that I hate is when they come up and try to relate to you and talk, and that's fine sometimes. But when they relate to, the bit that Rick and Len did, or they talk about their favorite morning show, and then they'll talk about their bits that they do, or they'll try to program your show. You know what you should do?
My favorite is, I don't listen.
Yeah, that one, this career is one of those careers that people love to tell you that they don't listen to you.
Yeah. Or they like to, not only do they like to tell you they don't listen, they like to tell you who's better to listen to.
I had a neighbor. Oh, yeah, right. I had a neighbor that just said this over the weekend.
Is it Daddy Big Hands?
No.
He likes to put you down.
No, different neighbor. He says he was talking to his buddies about music or whatever. And then he came to me and he's like, but like you respect, you like music, especially for your career. And I said, no, I don't. And he goes, but you're in the radio. And I go, you've never listened to the show, have you? No, I don't. We don't even play music, really.
No, we have, ideally, we should be doing 40 minutes of content an hour. Realistically, about 45. 45 to 50.
I was just thinking that when I was drawing the clock hour again to my daughter to explain how daddy works.
Yeah.
It was about 40 to 50 minutes I came up with.
Yeah. It should be 40.
So we're up, just to let you know. This isn't just pretty faces.
Yeah.
And good-looking voices.
There's good content here.
We're up for best news and best news coverage and best sports coverage in the state of Wisconsin.
I bet you news coverage will win. And here's the reason why I think it'll win. Because in Madison,
that's where it is.
They're going to play the audio of me saying some radio station in Madison has way too much money.
Yeah.
Because they always play a little clip as your they'll do that, and it'll only be a joke. We'll be used as a punchline.
So, let me say this quickly. There's never been a better time to have LASIK at Optivision. It's only $14.95 an eye, and you're back to work the next day. Call 1-800-20-HAPPY for a free consultation. So here, what would you like to do? We can get into either the stories from women who slept with rock stars, which is fun because they're fun. They're fun little quick stories.
Okay.
Because you just hear some really random weird things,
or.
This woman who's selling used underwear. I got audio of that.
We've been teasing both of those since Monday.
You know what? I can tell you the Rockstar one can go anytime. When there's a low point in a segment, which happens a lot, we could just throw that in there.
Let's do panties.
Okay, we'll do that. We're going to do that next. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. You feed our families this way. I know we say that a lot, but you do. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Hi, I'm Jake.
Hi, Jake. I'm Tanner.
And you know what's one of the worst parts of the job is if we get
the sexual harassment.
Yeah, that. But also, during commercials is our time to pee. But if there is some time where we're looking up at the screen because you're showing me something and I get involved for like a minute, then I'm like, dang it, we only got 2 minutes or whatever. And you find out you don't have enough time to run down to the bathroom. Now I got to go another 13 minutes by holding my pee-pee.
Well, do you want me to stall here while you go urinate and void your bladder?
I don't know. 'Cause, I mean, I got to pee. That might be a minute. I mean, I could take my phone and go, hey, let me do that.
Do that. Call in.
Okay.
And let's get this all.
What's the number?
Are you serious?
Oh, 866.
You say it like so many times a day.
On 866.
I've heard your number once.
0959.
And I'm able to recite your number by heart.
Why are you making fun of me in my memory?
It's 920.
No, it's not.
2.
Ah! You're close!
214?
I think so.
Or 281? I know the last
Hey, this is
one.
the Jake and Tanner Show. Oh, perfect.
Okay. Go pee.
Okay, I'm going to go pee.
Yeah, go.
Well, we're not going to have any...
That's fine. Just go pee. No, talk to me. It's like the first time you've ever used a cell phone. What end do I talk into?
You're on the phone.
Yeah, so as Jake... Right now, we're doing a Jake and Tanner's out and about. And Jake is going to go
so loud in here!
Is it?
Well, I had to turn down the speaker in the bathroom.
Yeah, somebody likes to poop in there like it's a rave party. Like we have the entire bathroom is like rigged up. The entire building is rigged up with like every radio station and a volume rocker. So like depending on what room you're in, you can listen to whatever show is on. And some people will crank that thing up to 8, and anything over 3 is far too loud. Are you peeing? Are you having? Are you finding it hard to perform? Or are you finding it soft to perform?
My eyes are watering.
Why are they watering? You don't pee right. This is
forcing
ridiculous.
It so fast. I'm not letting it flow like naturally.
What do you mean? How do you not let it flow naturally? Doesn't it just kind of happen?
Oh, now I'm on air, so I have to wash my hands.
Yeah, you do. Most of the time, Jake won't wash his hands, and he'll just say he Purells, but he doesn't have any hand sanitizer, and there's none around the building.
Rick and Mud does. They do.
You don't use that stuff.
I do.
Yeah, swear on something that you use that every time you pee.
Remember when you said that one time when you go, hey, boy, you smell good. And it was like, yeah, just use a hand sanitizer again. And I said again.
Well, yeah, you said again, but that was also the first time I've ever smelt that.
Okay.
I'm back.
That's the first time I've ever smelt that thing. So
what are we talking about? Boy, do I feel better. Wow.
Yeah. I think we could do that for a lot of things. Like if I have to run to the store quick, just, people didn't even know that you left the studio.
I guess Jake's gone. All right, so yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, people didn't even know.
Get shopping done. I go to Aldi real quick.
Yeah.
So there is a woman.
Okay.
Glamour, you know your magazine, right? Talked to a college student. That was a weird jab. Talked to a college student who makes $1,700 a month.
That's not bad.
Selling her used underwear.
I started selling my underwear on Craigslist when I was a cam girl. At that time, customers...
Tanner, explain what a cam girl is. I'm sure you know.
Well, the only reason I know is because I frequently read a thing called Things Sinners Do and What to Avoid.
Oh, good. You do that at your youth group where you teach?
Yep.
Yeah. To blind children.
Yep.
That you've saved from a fire.
Yep. Okay. All those are facts. I can't believe that you just said them.
I did. Well, you're not going to brag. You're not going to brag for yourself, so I want to brag for you.
I am so humble.
That's okay.
But what happens are these men and women, sometimes together, will sit in front of a webcam and do stuff to themselves.
People pay.
And people will tip them in coins. Didn't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? I did. That was my theory. I asked Angie, I go, listen, if we wear masks.
Yeah. Nobody would know.
Nobody would know. And we make money doing this. How easy?
Yeah.
I'm an idea man, Tanner.
And
the
it sounded-
ideas. Never know how to execute them.
Yeah.
No.
I don't even. You know that I would, if you had told me, because eventually you would say, like,
hey, I'm doing this.
Yeah. You know I'd spend the rest of my days trying to find where you do it. Because
wait, you mean like finding out what?
Yes, I would try to find. Because I assume you would change your name, but it wouldn't be for Angie. It would only be for you. I'd be like, I gotta find this, so then I can put it up on the screen one day.
Yeah,
and say you gotta see this funny video, and it's just crying.
And also my theory was we would have things on a tray. It gets really weird here.
You got.
I got really deep into this,
quick.
and it's like this. So if you want to use whatever this, you got to pay way more.
Yeah, you got to pay a private
and then it'd be like you would hear the ding or whatever, however it works, and it'd be like,
it seems like you've already done this, and I need to start doing some research.
Pervert Pete just donated $1,000, so you get to use the blender. And it's like, sorry, Angie, we got to use the hand blender.
The egg beater.
Well, whatever it is, I'm just use your own imagination. I don't know what we would do it for, maybe, and.
My God.
Put it on her nose. I'm not sure. But I'm just saying, let's continue on with this woman making lots of money.
At that time, customers would bid on the underwear I would wear during the show, and I would mail it to them. And once I stopped camming, I realized that was still a thing that I could do. So I went on Craigslist, and I realized that there were other girls out there that were putting ads out to sell their used underwear and socks. To be honest, selling my underwear has made me...
Pause. Did she just say socks?
She said socks.
Socks.
But
I sell my socks to guys. They think it's real hot.
No, there's another woman that I have a YouTube video a clip of her talking about selling her panties. Now, we probably don't have time to get into that, but she says she sells bra, panties, socks, gym clothes.
Socks.
She says anything that I have worn, I can sell, and she makes she's married.
No, I mean, how lonely do you have to be to purchase something that just a sweaty person has been in?
Let me read this to you. A woman has revealed to The Sun magazine, I think it's in another country, she makes $60,000 a year selling her, they say knickers here, so it's definitely another country, selling her panties, hair,
sell my knickers on the web,
and toenail clippings to men, and she calls them pay pigs. She's 24. She used to work at a cleaner. She was $7,700 in debt, and she turned online to the fetish market in 2016. And the young women peddles panties. Well, that's tough to say. She has a boyfriend, and the boyfriend's all for it.
Peddles panties down by the porn store.
It's
peddles panties.
So I mean, like, here's one of the text messages she woke up to. Morning. And then she goes, morning, how may I serve you today? You can start by... No. The guy said this. Morning, she says morning. He goes, how may I serve you today?
So she's dominant then?
Well, she says, you can start by paying for my grocery shopping, followed by homeware items, and I have added to my wish list. And he writes, please let me buy these items you desire. In return, could I please have a pair of your pink laced worn panties? And then she does that. So not only is she making money, she banked $64,000. They're $96 per pair, but she also gets people to buy things, items.
You want to get on board?
What do you call those things?
Brushes?
Then you put it in your ear.
Q-tips?
Q-tips. They buy Q-tips for her.
Hey, for her or from her?
For her. And they'll buy groceries and stuff like that.
People are buying used Q-tips.
She has a wish list.
Do you want to get in on this?
I do.
Jake and Tanner sells their used stuff, and you can buy us gifts.
It's just Jake and Tanner's used panties.
I'll wear panties.
We're gonna wear female panties a week. One pair.
One whole week.
One whole week.
Oof.
Then we bag that thing up. We bag those suckers up in a Ziploc bag so the smell doesn't go anywhere. And then we sell them. Would anybody be down with that? Seriously, because if you are, then we don't have to worry about a Jake and Tanner store. We were going to put up a Jake and Tanner store, but we'll just do that instead. Yeah. One store, one item. Or, it's just
one kind of item.
One kind of item. No more like all the other things.
Yeah.
So you can go to pantydeal.com, okay? And you can start doing this.
Deal?
Yes. Women, the art of selling used panties to total strangers requires some wisdom and direction. That's why we're here. Before you jump in here and hook your first bunch of panties, be sure to follow the few simple guidelines to keep your identity safe.
Well, okay, but I want to know, like when you and I priced out our members.
How? Oh, yeah.
I want to know what I'm worth here. How much are my panties worth?
Well, I don't know. But that one woman sells them for $96 a pair. So check this out. The first step
was sold for $80. That's not bad.
Panty deal account. You sign up for a panty deal account. Okay. Second step is it says you can sign up for free. To keep the scent fresh in your used underwear, be sure to store them in plastic bags. The second step is to find venue to promote your wares. If you elect to sell on popular auction sites, be aware that you may need to list your items in adult categories. Third step is to set up your own website and enable it to accept credit cards. Finally, you need to market your products. That's what I'm saying. We can talk about this on the radio. Use panties overnight. To provide quality experience for your panty sniffing customers, you may opt to wear a clean pair of panties to bed. Keep them on throughout the night. Go to a brisk walk, good workout at the gym, anything else you can do to leave body odors or fluids. And so you try a few things until you find what that great, you wake up to putting them in the plastic bag to get the perfect scent.
Jesus
and then
isn't going to come back, man.
Shit, no,
Dude,
Jesus is all gone.
He's looking down, and he's not coming back. Like,
right.
We're a lost cause.
Sell
Because
any size of
people
panties, any color.
I mean, Jesus wasn't selling his.
I don't even think they wore any. He was freeballing it.
They were just
going? Oh, yes. Jesus was.
You know what? I think life would be better if everybody wore skirts.
I think
and
so.
no panties.
The Irish, don't they do that?
That's
They're always
Kilt,
walking around.
Scottish.
Everybody over in Scottish land, that's what they do.
The whole land smells like balls.
Hey, by the way, you can put your used panties in a vending machine. They do it in Japan.
Man, the Japanese, if Jesus does come back, he's not going to Japan. This isn't a racist thing. You guys are weird over there. You got big old body pillows with anime girls on them. You got vending machines with used panties. Probably came from a guy.
Well, I want to finish just this audio real quick of this girl, this college student making $1,700 a month doing this.
To be honest, selling my underwear has made me feel really empowered because I feel like I'm in control of my body. I never feel like I'm in danger. I always use a fake name and a fake email to contact my customers. I meet them in public places, and sometimes I don't meet them at all. I just mail it to them using a fake return address. After one of my regular underwear clients opened up to me about his armpit fetish, I made an extra $500 by allowing him to smell my armpit. Just let him
Can you stop for just
smell
a second?
It's done.
For like 15 minutes.
15 minutes, Candy Pants' nose was up in her armpit. Diddler Devin was up in her armpit. Pervert Pete was just going...
Where does that fetish start?
I don't know.
No, seriously. Where does it start? When his mom hugged him, was his face always just buried in her armpit?
I gotta call them because she's tried doing it.
Yes, I just texted her.
Oh, did she? Or we're waiting for a text back?
You should look up selling feet pics too. Can we call you? We'll do it on the Harmonizer.
Yeah, screw it. Okay, good idea.
Harmonizer. And then we'll ask her, Bop.
What's her number? Just say it. Just kidding.
Just say it. It's on the Harmonizer. It's fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay, we are going to
Very excited.
You're on the Harmonizer. I know you're listening because you literally just texted us. So, nobody will know who you are.
Right, and don't say your name. Just don't get on there and say, it's Cindy Parker.
Even if Jake asks you your name.
And it's not Cindy Parker.
It's not. We know that for sure. We know
Jim on Demand. Don't say that.
It could be Jim on
Demand. I think you'd be proud, though.
Yeah.
Come on. We know you're... Pick up.
No, we have you on voice changer. Literally, nobody will ever know what your voice sounds like.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Peer pressure. Yeah, you can sell your panties online, but you can't talk on air about it?
Voice changer is on.
Get rid of it before she says her name. You know what? You make me sad.
Yeah, very disappointing.
Okay, just got a new text. What'd you say?
Oh.
No, that wasn't Cindy Parker. She just laughed.
Oh. All right, well, that was fun.
I just want to let you know that.
What is that rule? I'm sorry. What is that rule, though, that you always say? If it's on the internet, or if you can think of it.
Oh, if you can think of it, there is a fetish for it, like on the internet. Like you could find it on some
if you
sort of
just
video.
say it.
If you say it out loud, the porn gods make a video for you. Say it. Say 3 words, and I'll find one. I think we've done this before.
Boy, nobody wants our used underwear. Somebody said we should be in panties and then sell a calendar.
Absolutely gross.
Oh, man.
I'm a furry person.
Yeah. Fun show today. All right. You won't believe this new law that took effect Wednesday. Also, there's a new Y2K scare.
Okay.
We should talk about it next. I really think we should.
Where were you at Y2K? You were like 18. Did you actually freak out?
Let's
talk about it next. Let's talk about it next.
So Jake and Tanner Show, good morning. So, Jake and Tanner Show. Hi, Jake. Oh, I just said hi to me. That sounded like, hi, my name is Jake. Tanner's over there.
Hi, my name is Tanner, and I'm over here.
Text TV to 71090 if you ever want to say or see us. See us wave to you right now.
You could watch us, like through a window.
Like we're zoo animals. 866-916-0959 or text 71090. I finally am allowed to say that Colton's having a baby. My nephew.
Yes.
I got in trouble. Apparently.
It makes sense.
But I got a text early, a few days ago or whatever, that Jen said, "Hey, I heard you did you say something on the radio? Because on the Facebook or your fan page or whatever, something was said." And she was very nice about it. And when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I understand. That makes sense. I shouldn't be the guy to
blab it to
break
people.
the news.
Yeah.
But see, my thing was I thought everybody knew because she told her parents. And then Colton told her sister or his sister and brothers or whatever. And I have such a little family. Everybody knows.
That's everybody.
But I forget that
they
she
stayed away.
Right. And they're stayed away. And I forget that she has aunts, uncles, brothers and cousins and all this. And also I have 2 kids. Your second kid, you don't really... The first one, you do that because it's really new and everything. The second one's like,
you're not a parent yet. Yeah.
I didn't tell you that we were having a baby. Oh, yeah, here she is.
Yeah,
she's already born.
Here.
Yeah, you just don't care. But again, that's totally not my... Thinking about it, that's not my right to blab.
I'm really confused.
But it's really hard for our show to do that, too, because we talk such life stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, what?
Can you read that text message and explain to me?
Please send out a PSA that plastic bags are not recyclable. People are so dumb. Thank you, K-Dog. I'm sure it's...
Gotta be right.
Right. I would...
How are they not? I wish we could talk about that.
No, I do.
Okay.
We have to.
Oh, you're talking about the thing
at the other station.
Years ago.
At another...
That happened at a different radio station.
The other station that we were at, we had a meeting.
Yep.
Not this one.
Not this station. But it was still a meeting that didn't need to happen.
There was a cleaning, guy or girl.
Once again, not here.
And we were in a meeting, and we were told.
This is the dumbest thing.
Not just us. Everybody that was in the meeting was told.
This is like
not here.
Yeah,
was
not here.
Hey, we have to let you know. I have to say this. He found or she found roll of toilet paper in the studio. No more.
And tissues. Used tissues in the garbage.
No more. You use Kleenex. We are only allotted so much toilet paper for a month. So I can't see that or find that in that room.
No more.
You go use
TP.
paper towel. And then somebody there in that meeting had a really good point. What if we had a case of dysentery?
Break out throughout the studio.
We went through our allotted amount. What happens? I didn't know we were scarce for toilet paper at that building. Not here.
At that building, it blows my mind. There's more. I'll tell you this right now. At that building, there's definitely more things that can't go in the trash that can. Because I don't know what can go in there because everything that goes in there ends up on the desk, which is another. Like I said before, at this other building,
right?
Well, obviously you can't throw used tissues out into the garbage because it's gonna end up on the table.
Oh yeah, it will.
At that other building.
Now, also, I don't understand. To me, how it is allowed to happen at that other place. Meaning, like, how does
he have so much power?
That PD, go, hey, I'm just going to tell you. Because if I was at PD, I'd be like, I'm not, dude, are you kidding?
If I was his supervisor.
Now, again, that other PD that I'm talking about, super nice. And, I mean, obviously, they didn't want to ruffle any feathers or anything like that.
Amazing.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you this. If I was at that company and I was his supervisor and I heard one time that things ended up on the desks that were on the trash, or if he was going around and telling people that you can't use toilet paper to blow your nose, I would have fired him because you can't take stuff from the trash and put it on workspaces.
It's gross.
But thank God we don't work in such an environment anymore.
Right. Well, yeah, I didn't know. The more I know, I'm learning. I'm learning, man. I guess.
I thought I knew things, but I don't.
So let me talk to you about interesting rules in this country. This is it looks like a Malaysian side of the island. The place is called Brunei in Southeast Asia, okay?
Okay.
It's got about a population of 500,000 people.
Okay.
Now, they just passed a law.
Okay.
Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
It used to be, it was illegal to be a homosexual.
It was?
It was, you would serve prison time. Now, if you are caught.
I feel like if you're that like closed-minded about homosexuals, that you would also think that prison is the last punishment that you'd want to give them. Because
you would get prison time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I see what you're saying there. And and they said, now we're not going to do prison time. Now it's death.
They're killing homosexuals there?
By stone. You get
They're
stoned.
Stoning them?
Stoning homosexuals.
I'm sorry. Now, when did this pass?
Wednesday.
2019 Wednesday?
Year
or
of our
Wednesday 03? Wednesday the year 3.
Where did I delete the... I have it. Hang on really quick. Because I want to read to you a couple other laws that they have. I just got to get past that video that you walked in and watched me watching, and then I yelled, "Don't you tell me what I'm into."
Like can I say what it was? Let me just describe a little bit.
Why don't we do this? We'll play it. We'll play it during the commercials just for the Jake and Tanner TVs.
I'm not going to watch it. You play it for them. Your weird fetishy things.
So another part of this law. Okay, so death by stoning for gay sex. Okay. Also, let me just tell you what else you get stoned to death with: rape,
good,
adultery,
good,
sodomy, extramarital sex, insulting the prophet. Stone.
Wait a minute. God, do they have a weird scale? Consensual gay sex, stoning. Yep. Non-consensual straight sex, stoning.
Yep.
And then they put sodomy in there, so you can't even
Is that
It's the...
Yeah. You can't do that.
So, stoning! Saying, calling a prophet a butthead. Stoning!
Yes.
Man, they're taking it to an extreme over there in Brunette or Burnett.
Lesbians, they're okay. They don't die. They get whipped. And then if you get caught stealing, amputation.
Yeah, that's not new.
Yeah, but
they do that in the Middle East. They do it to kids too. You steal bread.
They did that too. There was a big story years ago. I don't even want to say it.
No, I don't want to either.
Well, I'm going to.
With the truck.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Ran over his hand, and he was 6 years old, and the
stealing.
dad had to hold him.
Yep.
Why it happened? Oh my dear God.
Yeah. So if you ever get mad about stuff, just remember that's not your thing.
George Clooney is calling for a boycott. Because the nation's has some hotels there. There's one in Beverly Hills.
Oh, that's why you don't like George Clooney anymore.
No. I don't. I wanted to play that video for you. I don't like George because he just sold his company, or he made whiskey or whatever.
He just sold his whiskey. I don't know if he sold years ago.
Well, I don't know where I found that video, but he sold it for $1 billion. Yep. Him and his partner. He's worth $500 million right now, and he's good looking.
Yep.
And he's charismatic and suave.
Yeah, it sucks.
But anyway, so George Clooney's calling for a boycott on all the hotels.
Okay.
And Ellen DeGeneres jumped on board too.
Well, yeah.
So hopefully they change some laws.
They're not going to. I mean,
why can't everything be like the fun Korea? Not the bad Korea.
Which one are you thinking is
the fun one? The South Korea, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the better Korea. I'll sell that.
Let me tell you some more. Wait. I got just a couple other laws that are in other countries.
Do you have this one that Jessica, our female listener, just sent us?
What?
On the text line? About Singapore?
The caning?
No, it's illegal to chew gum in Singapore.
When I was in 6th grade, we watched this news coverage because it was all over the place for weeks. This 18-year-old kid went to Singapore with his buddies or whatever. He spit his gum out. And they grabbed him, arrested him.
I have seen this video.
Publicly on TV and caned him.
Yes.
They got a professional person with a long staff.
A sugar cane or a bamboo stick or something. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, he pulls down his pants and they caned him 4 times. And apparently it's extremely painful.
I think it was in Yeah, I think Mr. Schweiler or something showed us that visitor. I don't know why.
Well, and they were
But it
trying.
was
They were
still
making
like,
an
what the
example.
hell?
They were making an example. You can't spit gum.
Or you get bruised buttocks.
Here in Iran.
Who ran?
Iran.
Oh, okay.
The country very conservative, and women in particular, they don't get to say anything.
No.
This woman got raped, and she stabbed him and killed him, and they didn't care about her story. She killed a man, and she was 26 years old, and they hung her.
Yep, that sounds about par for the course.
Malaysia, when it comes,
my God!
Malaysia, when it comes to drugs and drug trafficking, they take their laws. It's a mandatory death penalty if you have more than 7 ounces of marijuana. If you have less,
7?
you get 10 to 20 years in prison.
You know, you can have 2 ounces in Michigan.
And then we know what happened in North Korea with that one kid they beat the living hell out of.
Yeah, North Korea is bad. Can you read the top text real quick from 5680?
My dad caught me smoking when I was younger, and he made me eat the cigarettes.
Eat them! Not the old, I'm going to sit here and wait till you
Put the
smoke
bucket
the
over your
whole
head.
pack. I want you to eat them. It had to have been a 90s thing. Because, man, you would be throwing up for days.
I remember the story
days.
of these brothers got caught smoking, and the dad put a big bucket over their head and make them smoke. So it was just nothing but smoke in the bucket. I mean, that's
hey, that'll give you cancer.
Really?
Smoke 40 of them.
Man, these go on and on.
You want first-hand and second-hand smoke.
9 pounds of cannabis in her body board bag. She served 20-year sentence she had. Yeah, Singapore is the Kane one. They're talking...
Spilled coffee again!
Coffee mug there?
I don't know.
Why is it there?
I don't know.
Hey,
I can't believe you did that.
do you have napkins?
No, we're not allowed to have any at that
You
other
can't
studio.
use toilet paper?
No.
Oh, wait, we don't know about that other studio.
Yeah, I mean, that other place you couldn't, but I think...
so confused now.
Use the horse.
Oh. He's our coffee
You
picker.
had to jump.
Shut up.
Get it. Get it!
Oh, this is what this horse's life has turned into?
Well, it's not a real horse, Jake.
Oh, yeah, I guess. But you can ride it.
I mean, you can ride it, but it's not a real horse.
Does that look good? I gotta get it down here. Getting it.
Wait, okay, I was just...
That horse came up by your crotchal area while I was down on my knees. All right, cool.
That scared the hell out of me!
All right,
Don't do that!
So you can see that if you text TV to 71090. You can see the shenanigans.
Do you understand you've kind of ruined me coming into this building and now sitting?
Hey, this might be a fun thing.
What?
My dad caught me made me eat the entire tin with a spoon. Man, if you have any crazy punishments that your parents did, like bad ones, I don't want to hear any abuse. I don't want to hear where you get punched in the face and stuff like that. But if you have any like that, text us.
Yeah, ones where you're getting arrested if you do it nowadays.
We're going to the 7 o'clock hour. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk Jeff Bezos. Got things we need to talk about with trending stories. Also, a take from Jake and Tanner. I think $40 up for grabs. We're going to do all that next. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Here's the video. The video that we were going to show you. This is what Tanner came in to the studio today, and I was watching, and I told him, don't you tell me what I'm into. Here it is. This one again?
No, this is a different one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Hey, it's Jake and Tanner Show. My name is Jake, and boy, do I find it weird that my daughter, Piper, is texting on her Kindle to me. She has Kids Messenger, and she talks to me by texting, and it's bizarre. Because I still look at her like a little... Like, at one point, your daughter is going to do that. Going to say, hi, Dad. What's going on? You guys having a good show? And it's like, that's weird to me.
She'll have to write me a letter.
Tanner's the other host of the show.
Hi, my name's Tanner.
Look at right here. Now Piper wants to know if we can do a bonfire tonight.
No!
Sure thing.
Sure thing, you person. Ungrateful person.
Man, do I like bonfires. I remember when I went and lived in the city, and
Couldn't
told
have
him no. And I said, "Where's your bonfire pit?" Because everybody I knew when this is when I was going to look at houses to rent to be somebody's roommate, and
You're just going to rent a room.
Sex
Weren't
slave.
you like a weird pervert?
It was a very weird one.
No, like because you lived in like a married couple's basement.
They weren't. They
you
weren't
filmed
married.
Them.
No,
if I'm remembering this right.
Boy, that's not true at all. So what happened is I went to Detroit, and I needed a place to stay. So I went on the World Wide Web. This is before the internet is the internet.
Yeah,
okay?
this is a little bit before the internet got really scary.
Yeah,
this
right.
Is before
exactly.
we knew what we could do.
So there was a dude in Westland, Michigan, or how normal people, Michigan, or anybody in Wisconsin would say Westland.
Westland,
Michigan. He was looking for a roommate, and I'm like, okay, great, perfect. I went and met him, and I was like, okay, you're a nice guy. You seem nice. You got a mullet, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you got a fine butt.
And he said, this will be your room. And I go, wonderful. He didn't realize that I didn't want to talk to him once I signed
you guys
the paper.
weren't going to be best friends?
His girlfriend at the time, their fiance or whatever, she moved in all of a sudden. I didn't know that either. So when it was just him, I think it would have been different. I think I would have came out of my room and went to the living room and watched a movie with him or whatever. But then all of a sudden it was, I'm just staying in somebody else's
basement.
No, it wasn't even the basement. It was
you weren't
upstairs.
in
I got to use the bathroom down there. That was my bathroom
Wait, so you
shower
had
for
to-
8 months.
I mean, you're weird. That's a weird situation.
But wouldn't you feel weird if it was just
I
a
wouldn't
dude?
go hang out with a couple.
And it was a couple then all of a sudden. It's like my wife
And you
or
didn't know
girlfriend
the
at the
guy
time is
before
in
the couple.
Big Rapids,
Yeah.
Michigan, so I can't. It's not like we could do a date night with couples. You know what I mean? Because I went home to visit her every weekend.
Yeah.
Well, and it just was. I remember them saying. She came out and she's like, "Hey, you should hang out in the living room. You don't have to be in that room all the time." And I go, "Yeah."
Were they trying to get you to?
No, I was just
Were they
weird
big
to them.
fans of Paris? Wanted to make some sort of Eiffel Tower?
I don't think so. Well, and then I remember my half sister. She called them because I'm like, "Hey man, can you see if I should be putting them down for a reference?" Because at this time, Angie and I are still looking for places. We don't own houses at this time. We're not nowhere near to be able to buy a house.
Yeah.
And she called, and they gave me the worst reference.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that's the smartest thing I've ever heard.
To do
what you just said.
Yeah, right.
Call somebody and pretend that you've use them as a reference to see how.
So I would have my sister called and I said, act like I'm renting a room and see what they say to you. And they gave me the worst reference. They said the room was trashy, and it wasn't. It really wasn't. But I was a 24-year-old single guy living in a room,
it
right?
It probably was.
And she goes, it stinks. Get that because I didn't change my sheets once while I was there, so I understand.
Yeah, and you treat yourself like an amusement park.
Man,
4 to 5 times a day.
Yeah, well, I'm bored. I'm in my room by myself.
Yeah.
What else am I going to do? And at this time, by the way, this is before phones had the internet on them.
Yeah,
I had a flip phone, so you weren't on the internet. And this is before laptops were affordable in 2004, okay? You just didn't go buy, especially at my income.
You're renting a room from somebody.
So
that's where your income is at.
Nothing. So yeah, 4, 5, 10 times a day.
To
Catalyst.
Sears?
No, back of DVD covers, like if there was a pretty girl on like Mission Impossible.
My God.
Yeah, I know it.
I remember a time when you had to use your imagination.
Right.
This is what happens to miss it.
I've done that every once in a while. Go back to the old times.
No.
That's what I call it.
I ain't got time for that.
Nostalgia.
I can't.
Sometimes you're in it.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm very desirable.
But no, it was
the best of both worlds right now.
And then you know
it's a buddy you can fondle.
And then you know what happened?
What?
Such a Jake move. He goes,
"Did you leave without?"
When he says, "Are you moving out?" I told him early. I go, "This is the month I will be moving out," and that was like in June. I told him that when I started, and he's
How
like,
long did you live there?
10 months.
Okay.
And I said, and I'm going to. And I'll let. He said, "Well, let me know within a couple weeks, because I'm going to probably forget." I didn't, and because I only had a room, so I packed out when they were at work. I packed everything up on the U-Haul, left a note that said, "Thanks for the roof over my head," and I was gone. So they came home, and the room was swept and everything was clean, but it was completely. What a weird guy.
Yeah.
Now I thought those guys were weird, but definitely I was the weird one.
Were you the one where somebody was trying to give you a room that was just a sheet in a garage?
Oh my, Lance. That was Lance from wherever. This is when I was moving over to Traverse City, Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
We went in there. He called and he's like, "Perfect. I got a room available." And I go, "Great." So
Did it seem like it was going to be like a room in like a guest house where it wasn't part of?
Yeah, it sounded great.
Yeah.
Like if I read the article, it's like this is what Angie and I
private
need.
entrance.
Yeah,
and
and it was
stuff
like,
that.
okay,
That sounds awesome.
I was like, right, or a duplex, or really nice. I don't know what the guy had, but it was great. And so Angie and I go look at it. We pull up, and there it is. I mean, this guy is a hoarder. And I go, Angie, I'm just going to leave. And I should have, but I was young. And he walks out with his cane, and he's a big guy, and he's got really long white hair. I mean, he kind of looks like a dirty, coked out Santa.
Okay,
and
cool.
And he's like, and he caught right when I get out. I go, Lance, and he goes, coughs in his hand.
And then shakes it?
Shakes my hand. I'm like, oh, this is not good.
That's where that fetish came from.
And he goes, come on in, I'll show you. And I'm like, I don't really want to, but here we go. And I'm thinking at this point, he's gonna have me tied up with my wife somewhere in the basement, like to a pipe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I go in. He
using you as release.
Yeah, your wife. Right. And there's stuff everywhere in this house. Clothes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking over things in the hallway.
Probably a dead cat underneath some newspapers.
He goes, you're going to be impressed. And I go, great. He goes, first things first, I'm going to show you the jacuzzi, the hot tub. And I'm like, okay. And you got to walk out, go through his room, and then it's out of the door, and it's broke. There's no water in it. It's cracked. And he's like, we could probably get this fixing. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Then I'm like, well, do you want to just...
a lot of thieves, so I have cameras everywhere.
Right.
People like to steal toilet paper, so one's pointed right at the toilet.
He said, and then he comes in and he goes, all right, let me show you where you guys are going to stay. I'm like, all right, I got to see it now.
Well,
Now
at this point, my curiosity is going to kill me.
Right. We walk out to his garage.
Connected garage?
Connected garage
nice.
through the kitchen.
Yeah.
And he has a sheet. Like a hospital sheet.
Yeah, like it's on a big, long rod.
Right. And he says you can close it, and this is where your bed will go, right here.
Wait, hold on. So it didn't even have a bed or nothing? It was just a cleared out spot in his garage?
And there was a dresser there.
Oh, I like this.
And it was and it was a warm garage. It was warm, but there was stuff everywhere. And I'm like, oh, this is the room?
That's it?
This is it? And he goes, well, I'm going to build walls eventually.
How much did Methy Claus want for
$700.
this? $700 a month?
$700 a month. And
was it $700 a month because he figured he'd be dead one day and you'd just get to have the house?
There was probably treasures buried all under those clothes.
That's it. I'm running on Craigslist.
Man, Angie, if you are listening, do you remember that dude? That was innocent. Where my head now, I would never walk into that place. I want
to see apartments for rent.
But young Jake never
City,
thought any
Michigan.
bad thing could happen to him.
Here's a 2-bedroom for $785.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We were needing a place. It was kind of our very first big move away from family.
I'm not gonna lie, this one's not bad.
Is it by the blue water?
It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay. It's a house.
Is this Traverse?
Yeah, in Traverse City. It's on Tree Lane.
Tree Lane. I don't know where Tree Lane is.
It's on it.
Okay.
1,500 square feet. That's a quarter of what you have now.
No. That's almost all of what I have now.
It's in the sex offender neighborhood.
Oh, it is. Where's the sex offender neighborhood?
Tree Lane. Here's another one.
Okay, put it on the big screen. I want to see this. We could be putting this on Jake and Tanner TV really quick.
Okay.
I'm going to go down memory lane with Traverse City.
Yeah, do you want to do Craigslist, Traverse City Craigslist? Let's do that.
Yeah, wherever you are. Let's see. Let's put it up there, and I'll put it up on the screens. Craigslist.
I gotta set up my link.
No, you're there.
There we go. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, coolio.
Boy, I mean, I've never been good at roommates. I never really liked having...
Yeah.
And I'm sure you didn't either. You don't seem to be the type of guy that would like that.
I always would like a roommate.
You would?
Yeah, I was a bad roommate.
That's what I mean. I feel like... I feel like I didn't like people touching. If I bought bologna for us, don't use 2 slices of bologna.
No, I was a bad roommate in the other sense. I was a bad roommate to the sense where I wanted us to be a family.
That's weird.
Yeah, see, I think
would rather have me.
Hold on. We should call the guy that I had be my roommate.
That's funny.
Because he moved out in the middle of the night, and I asked him what was going on. I was like, hey, what are you doing, bud?
Do you have his number?
Yeah.
Hey, let's call him.
Okay.
We can actually. Give me that number. I'll call him right now.
I was like, what are you doing, bud? And he was like, I was just going to go over to my dad's.
Oh, boy. I want to grill him on some questions. I've only had one roommate. His name was Gomer.
That makes sense. Can I have a pen?
Yeah.
Because I can't put this in the
I don't know. No, I don't have a lot.
I need to write something down.
How many?
I just need one.
I'll give you this one.
It's just a...
I don't know where they go. So I've hoarded a bunch of pens.
Yeah, from my side.
Which, by the way, I've licked every one of them.
Cool.
So nobody touched them.
Why are they all so wet?
Well, that's because I licked that one before I gave it to you.
Okay.
But you can have that.
We don't have time to call him in this break.
We don't?
Well, I mean, we're supposed to get out now. But we can call him next break.
I hate radio laws.
Yeah. We gotta get.
What's this dude's name?
His name is Jake.
Oh, I like that.
So his name is Jake. He lived with me for a couple of months, and then he moved out in the middle of the night. And I want to know, why.
We'll let's call.
I feel like I know why.
Let's call this guy next.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't get to any of the trending stories. We'll possibly get to those.
Screw those trending stories. I want to look at houses in Traverse City, Michigan.
By the way, there's never been a better time to have LASIK at Optivision. It's only $14.95 and you're back to work the next day. Call 1-800-20-HAPPY free consultation. More Jake and Tanner show. 2 minutes away. accidentally deleted the weather. I can give it to you right now, Lon. Sorry about that.
No, you can play it. We can.
Oh, we can't? We can?
Number 2. Next to the truss, right underneath the new drum.
Oh, right here? Let me just play this real quick, and then we'll replay the intro bed.
Rain and snow ends early this morning, but the clouds will be lingering. Some late sun with a high of 52 degrees. Tonight, a low of 37, variable clouds. For the weekend, partly sunny to mostly cloudy skies. Some showers on Saturday, and perhaps some thunder showers Sunday evening with highs in the 50s to about 60. From Storm Center 2, I'm meteorologist Steve Balon.
Boy, that sounds...
I didn't listen to it.
That sounds more professional right there. It is a Jake and Tanner show. I'm Jake. Tanner's over there. What's that?
Sorry. Hi, I'm Tanner. What is the weather going to be this weekend? I didn't have headphones on.
I don't know. I didn't listen. Oh, I really didn't.
I know it's supposed to be like warm. I'm going to take the hog out.
Let me tell you this. Mandy just texted and said, hey, I don't know if you know this, but we can see houses that you're looking at on Jake and Tanner TV. Yeah. We're going to go through some Traverse City houses. Thank you, Mandy.
Dude, Monday is supposed to be 66 degrees.
Monday for Fredonia, 61. What is Sunday supposed to be for you guys?
61.
53. What about Saturday? What about Saturday?
55.
53.
But I have an 80%. Oh, come on!
What about...
Dude, okay, so I've been looking forward to this weekend this whole time because this whole week it's been kind of crappy and I wanted to take the bike out and I've been doing some work on it. Like I changed the plugs and I cleaned the air filter because I got some bones to pick with where I bought it from. And I've been thinking about calling them and saying I want $100 back from you.
Wait, wow. Wait. Hold on. This intrigues me. Hold on, don't do anything. If you don't know, Tanner ended up buying a motorcycle.
Bought a motorcycle.
He did. And, man, why isn't that working now?
What are you looking for?
Oh, here it is. He bought a motorcycle, and how long have you had this motorcycle now?
3 weeks?
You've had it 3 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks, maybe. I think I bought it. Yeah.
And he's still. I am. I got it. Like anytime we play the anytime we do motorcycle talk, I like doing this. So Tanner ended up buying a motorcycle. He calls it the Hog.
Yeah,
man. And how far have you driven this beauty?
I have taken it personally 40 miles.
Right.
Not in one go.
Sure.
I mean, since I've gotten it.
Yeah, and he's waiting. He's going to be getting his license soon and everything. Yeah. I'm very interested.
I have my temps.
What are you doing? That's not how you wink. That's weird. Stop opening your mouth like that.
I have my temps, so I can legally ride around, but I want my full license.
So let me ask you something. What were you doing? You were changing the carb?
I bought this motorcycle from a dealership.
Sure.
And it's missing a screw up by the head, and they told me about that, and they said we can order it, or you can just go get one. In hindsight, I work down here. I should have said, can you order it, and then I'll just come pick it up one day.
Well, whatever. You did.
But that's fine.
Sure.
I knew about that. I get home, I check the oil, and it is black. I mean, never been changed.
Okay.
It looks like. So I was like, well, that's annoying. So let me change this. I changed the oil. Dirty. I mean, dirty black.
Okay.
Very bad. It had zero antifreeze in it when I bought it. Like, no coolant at all.
So why would you want $100 back?
Because they charge you a $100 service fee.
For them doing what?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You should call.
Because
just say this is awful.
The air filter just needs to be blown out, but it's terrible. I just took that out and I'm cleaning it out today. I'm going to change all the plugs on it. I did the oil. I did all that stuff.
I want a motorcycle to do this stuff.
No, it's fine. I knew I was going to have to do some of this stuff, but they charged me $100 service fee, and I did. And you know what sucks is that I know the guy who wrote up my loan and everything listens to the show and probably right about now.
I don't care.
And I didn't try to plan this for this because that guy was actually really nice and awesome to me.
We're not being negative. I mean, we're being negative, but we're not blasting the business or saying
I'm
his
not going to
name.
say where it was.
It's annoying.
Or anything.
That's an annoying thing, though.
Because even though it was a used bike, I did get it from a dealership.
That should have done that.
You assume that a standard check is going to be done to these things.
Now, when I bought my Simplicity tractor in 1973 outside on a parking lot and I drove it home, I get that oil would be black.
Yeah.
I get that things need to be changed.
You bought it from the side of a road.
But if you're actually at a dealership, and that's one of the reasons I think you buy at a dealership because of certain things like that. I get if you bought that in a driveway, what are you going to do?
Yeah, there's nothing I can do. That's fine.
Right, but you buy it for a dealership and you get charged for a service fee. You should probably do some service.
It's also not like I showed up there at 5 o'clock at night and said, I want to buy this. I got there at 11 o'clock that day and said, I'm going to buy this later today.
Sure.
So they had plenty of time to do this stuff. Really? Because you think they're going to do anything? It's been a few weeks. Or is this just going to be me being kind of
no.
pain?
I think you have a right to call.
Like, do you think they'll give me $100 gift card there or something? Because that service is... Or are they going to say, bring it down?
We'll do the next oil change for free.
But the oil changes cost no money.
Well, whatever.
And
if
I
you're
don't want to bring it all the way down
Give me a T-shirt.
It was $100 that I'm paying.
I want a coat. Do they sell coats?
I do need a
here?
helmet.
Give me a little. I'll buy the helmet. Take $100 off of it.
Yeah,
I would
because it is annoying.
Well, it would to me. It would really suck if I sold something to someone who has a radio show. And they weren't happy,
and it wasn't perfect. Like, I love my bike and it runs and it's great, but when I had to pay $100 service fee, and I'm doing stuff that could have been done in the dealership, especially when you know somebody's buying a bike and it's kind of dirty when you get it. And I get that it was March when I bought it, but you still had 6 hours.
Well, it's just the service fee. Unless that's not what they do, and maybe they don't do that.
Unless the service fee is them screwing on the license plate,
right?
And then
That's
I
what
guess
I mean.
you did do that.
What does this? We should find that out. What is the service fee?
What is the
what does that cover?
If you work at a dealership, like for sports vehicles, like motorcycles, and you charge a service fee, what is that service fee for? Okay.
We have a phone number here in front of me.
I don't know if you'll call or if you'll answer.
Well, that's fine. The last segment, we were talking about how poor of roommates we were. I was just weird, and I didn't like having another person in there. I didn't like it.
I was the exact opposite.
Tanner wanted to just have everybody as a family. Well,
I did.
One of his old roommates named Jake left in the middle of the night.
Yeah, he did. He left in the middle of the night like Katie Holmes.
Snuck out like you were some weird Scientologist about ready to send his child on a boat.
It was crazy. I was like, do you want to watch? I would text him and say, hey, dinner's going to be done in like an hour.
Why aren't you here?
Yeah. Like, are you going to be here for it?
Jake,
I'm making enough.
Jake, you're on the radio with us, okay?
What?
You're on the radio.
Oh, all right.
Go on the radio with us. That's what I wanted to say.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, we just found out that you left in the middle of the night when you were roommates with Tanner, and we just want to know, was it anything to do with him?
No. I have to do.
So why leave in the middle of the night like Katie Holmes?
And also, why did you lie to me when you were leaving and say you were just going to do your laundry at your dad's?
Oh, things are coming out now.
It wasn't the middle of the night. Or maybe I don't remember. That was a while ago.
It was fully in the middle of the night because I remember waking up and you had a garbage
Jake,
bag
you're like
of
holding
stuff.
a tray. You're holding a tray with breakfast. You're like, Jake, where are you?
Jacob, where
I
are you
made
going?
pancakes.
Wait, hold on. And then you went and lived with your dad. This has obviously been bothering me for years.
Yeah, no doubt.
But
I like this.
at
This is fun for me.
Didn't your dad live in like a barn that was converted into a house and like one side was his and the other side was horses?
Yeah.
Is this,
so
by the way,
that better than living with me?
Is this the Jake that we Googled-eyed to his mom on Facebook because she's very good looking?
Yes.
Man, your mom is really pretty, Jake, by the way. FYI. If you didn't know that.
Awesome.
Okay,
You know what? I'll tell you this.
Hey,
I'll
don't
tell you
make
this.
this weird,
No,
Jake. We do like to look at your mom on Facebook sometimes.
It's just that would suck to have a good-looking mom, especially when
knows
you're
it.
like 14 or 15 years old. That'd be the worst.
His stepdad tough talked me once.
Yeah.
When I was like 10. And I just want to
That's
let
how
you
you're
know
looking at
she's
her.
my wife. And I was like, I'm a boy. And he's like, I know you.
Got
I
a white
know you
beater
love
on
her.
a tattoo, and he flexes in
No,
front of
I
you.
love Scott,
Yeah.
and he deserves everything that he has. But he's still tough tucked a child.
So it had nothing to do with
he's lying.
Finding your mom's pictures underneath Tanner's bed when you were living with him. It was nothing weird like that.
No.
That's pretty normal.
It's never been a secret.
No.
At Jake's son's birthday party with my wife, I walked up to his mom and said, I just have to lose this dead weight here, pointed at my wife and said, we can be together.
I remember that.
Well, thank you, Jake. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for trying to not make me sound like a bad roommate, but I guarantee I was because he left in the middle of the night.
We love you.
and
Take
I
care.
Kept wanting him to eat dinner with me.
Yeah, he was just probably being nice. There was a pause when I asked him, was there a reason why you left? Was it him? There was a pause, and then he went, no.
Yeah, he was just being nice.
Right.
That Jake's nice.
By the way, service fees are not a required thing. Dealers can choose to change them. It's literally for pushing paper. But still, if it's on there, what does it cover? They won't do maintenance, so they don't sell the vehicle over what it's worth. But still, wait, hold on. Service fee is for paperwork. Title transfer.
Yeah, but you get a title fee and stuff. I would have to grab my paperwork
and look through it.
See everything that I paid because it says we have a service fee here, and I assume. But come on! So you're telling me that they won't do any service on a bike? They'd rather put out a business would rather put out a product that they don't think is going to run great because they don't. Like, isn't taking like a couple quarts of oil and some spark plugs, taking that hit better than having a guy who has a radio show say that everything on this bike needed to be done before it's able to be ridden?
I guess, Lo, I agree with what you're saying, but I guess they're covered if their service fee doesn't say anything about maintenance. I mean, what are you going to do?
You're right.
You know what I mean?
I guess. I don't know. I just figure as somebody who would want to,
right,
like make a customer happy, you wouldn't. Well, that still sucks.
Just to let you know, I mean, radio show or no radio show, just to make a customer happy. But you're not giving them the benefit of the doubt either because they've never heard this. I mean, you could call them right now and they'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, no, please bring it back in." But now you've made it weird. Now it's so
now
weird.
I can't call.
No way.
Wait a minute. Why did you pull that string? I would have called. I've been kicking the tires on calling for a long time, so I won't call. And I never will.
Yeah, I know. It's okay.
Because it's only $100. Like $100 is $100. It's just annoying.
Yeah.
And it's not like the bike crapped out on me. It's fine. It still runs. It just needs some TLC.
FYI, for our producer position, we are going to be calling. Tomorrow is the cutoff.
No, I think today.
I'm so sorry.
End of business day today is cutoff.
I will let you know this. We have one more person to call.
We do. We have one more person to.
Are we doing that right?
Yes, we have narrowed. We have, unless we get another one today.
Yeah, that we really like
one that's really, really impressive. Because if you waited till the last day on a 3-week application period, already
do
kind
whatever
of
you
starting
want.
with your wrong foot forward. But if we get a great application today, we'll call more. But we have one more person that we haven't gotten to call. But so far,
and they're awesome. There's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of bad ones, but there's a lot of good ones, and it's really, really awful knowing some of them.
I know.
We've met some of these people.
Some of them came to Mexico with us, or some of them went to JTX, or some of them are just active people in the show, and they don't have. It was hard. Like, a lot of people had a lot of really good qualities, but we can't audition everybody.
In a couple weeks, we're going to be auditioning some people daily.
Yeah, just to prove that we had a hard time, we said that we were going to limit it to 5 auditions.
Yeah.
We made room for a 6th.
That's very true.
Because we could not we couldn't narrow it down to 5. We could narrow it down to 6. Couldn't narrow it down
And
to 5.
I like how we keep. There's no. I don't want to say it. We'll talk about it later because man, it's weird now. We're so open, but it's really weird with all the HR laws. What you can and what you can't say, and legal and illegal, and offending, and hashtag Me Too.
No, that one. You know what, Jay? I'm gonna say this one. That it's really easy to avoid a hashtag Me Too. At least for me, it is.
Well, it is for me too.
I don't find myself.
No, I'm not either. I'm just saying. Okay, so you're telling me? Let's just say somebody comes in. Name her, him, person.
Okay.
Walks in.
Monica.
Monica comes in. And I rub her shoulders and say, "Hey,
hashtag Me Too."
Well, you're stupid.
Okay.
Your face is stupid, and that law is stupid because all I'm doing is just touching.
It's
just touching.
What?
It's just touching, saying, "Hey, you had a hard day to get here."
Good job, Kaz.
I don't call me Kaz. I didn't give her a drink.
So let me be Monica.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Monica, and I'm here applying for your.
I feel like a handshake for women is too manly, in my opinion. I don't think they should handshake. It's very manly.
Okay.
So you'd go like this. Come in, Monica.
Okay, that's one. Okay.
So
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Monica. Okay. Strike 2.
That's not even a strike.
No, you have 2 strikes.
Okay. Next.
Wow,
you're very pretty. That's a compliment. You're stupid. HR is stupid. Everybody is 2019 is stupid. You can't even give a woman or a male a compliment.
Not in a job interview.
Next.
So what are you looking for the most in a producer?
Oh, well.
Stop staring at my chest.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Okay,
I'm just looking. I'm trying to figure out. I'm not doing this because all you're doing is writing it down in your hand.
You had 7 strikes.
No, I didn't. You didn't even count it.
7 strikes.
Yeah. Somebody said I will be a producer if I can wax Tanner's bike in my Speedos. Oh, I'll wax Tanner's bike. If I can be a producer, you got your own waxer.
Oh, you'll wax my hog?
Somebody said, absolutely, handshakes. Women are no different than men. Do not touch us.
Love you guys. That could have turned out so bad for you.
What's that?
Right, that whole thing. Like, that whole text message, like, it ended right, like, but in the first half, it was like, oh, no, this person's going to contact. We're no different. Do not touch us. We hate it. Love you.
Love you. Oh,
but you can touch me.
That is mixed signals. All right, no, I'm kidding. We love. If you want a handshake, that's fine. Or if you want a curtsy, and you're a dude or a male or a woman.
When you approach a man, you bow, and you offer him some sort of food. Sandwich, my master? No.
I will say this. You are going to have a blast. Whoever we hire. You know what the saddest thing for me is when when the producer gets here, they're going to be really excited, and then at one point, because it's happened to both of our producers and the other girl that went promotions that was talking about probably at the country station.
Oh, yes.
At one point, we become regular people.
Yep.
Right now, we're possibly regular people, but you listen to us on the radio, so it's a little different. At one point, you get to sit in here and you get to see that all the fun and the glam and it goes away. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And,
eventually,
so it just becomes where it goes. Oh, it'll still be fun. But I think that like you know the magician's secret.
But
I guess
I think it also is different. And why we're doing auditions rather than private interviews and that is I don't think none of those people had chemistry with us.
Yeah, you're right, but it's
our first producer. We could have said.
All I'm saying is, that I guess the interns that we've had also, they all of a sudden there's all the disrespect kind of comes in. They lose the these are Jake and Tanner. That makes me sound super egotistical, but you know what I'm saying.
But I don't think Warren. Warren never
liked us.
Yeah, Warren never had it, but we had good chemistry with her.
Yeah, boy, I liked your guys'.
And
your
she had
guys'
good
chemistry was so good.
Yeah, she was fun to fire off of.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. I agree with Jake. No handshakes for us girls. Everyone is too sensitive. Boy, do I like you.
Wait a minute. So, Who agreed with you? I don't see this anywhere.
I agree. 9592.
959.
No handshakes for us girls.
Yeah.
A hug's fine.
No.
A hug is fine.
Okay, so you're telling me 9592.
I want her to know that I am her protector if anything goes down. And she needs to know that.
You meet somebody for a job interview, and you are you going to go in for the hug? Because you're saying you don't agree with handshakes either.
Me?
This lady.
Oh, no, I would. What I'm saying is when I do go in for the hug, she won't care. She wants
Is
a hug.
a butt slap better for you?
No.
Is that the
that's-
only hand that you should ever lay on a woman?
Never. I would never do that.
Come on in. Take a seat right here.
Unless she's in the kitchen, because you cannot walk past your wife in the kitchen without doing that. It's just a thing.
My wife has, it's like muscle memory. It's like Pavlov's dog or whatever, where you ring a bell and its mouth drools.
Yeah.
Every time I walk into the kitchen, she immediately puts both hands on her butt.
Yeah,
she
right.
knows.
She starts screaming already.
She knows I'm about.
What do you think about, Tanner, if, say this makeshift Monica comes in? Okay. What about butterfly kisses? Just with the eyelashes. Or Eskimo kisses, they do that. Or rabbit kisses. Just on the cheek. And they do it in France.
Well, this isn't France.
You don't know that.
This person had to clarify. Back to 85, 90, or 95, 92. No butt slaps.
Please.
No, absolutely none of that. Everything else you said is fine.
Right here.
Leave my caboose alone.
As a human resource person, go in for the handshake, but I mean, most would be fine with a hug.
Listen here, who the hell are you?
I like people
What HR person do you work for?
Somebody said chest bumps. Do chest bumps.
Okay. I'm on board. I am 100% on. Can we chest bump quick? I don't think we've ever have.
Yeah, well, all right.
Okay, come on. Let's do this. What?
Wait, you got to come over here.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Put it on full screen or whatever.
How do you do that?
And guest. Yeah.
You won't be able to see.
I'll come to you. Okay, chest bump.
I didn't get your chest. You're too damn tall. I hit your stomach. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel less of a man.
It is funny that you could chest bump me, and I wouldn't have to jump.
Somebody said, what happened to your old producer, Sam? She hates us.
Oh, yeah, she hated us so fast. Like I said, well, I was saying before, we could have called that before Milwaukee. And I think we did, but I think it was just like...
Someone on here said, hey, will Jake say it's common to frisk employees who enter the studio for safety? You guys are making me look bad. That's all jokes. I will let you know that it is going to be a blast. It'll be a fun time. In fact, I would like to, maybe even the next segment, to talk about why the other producers didn't work. Just about what you were about ready to get into. Because I think that was fun. She's a great person. It was just a little weird. Maybe we could spend just like 2 minutes on that.
I am dumbfounded by the amount of HR people.
Hugs are fine, but handshakes are more professional.
I
see that.
That are on your, all these get our HR on the line, because I want to know, is a hug fine?
Right here, I'm in HR. It is okay to hug if it's with one hand and starts with a handshake. That's how you get around it.
Wait, don't say that. It's like you just found the holy grail of groping. Be like, oh, if I start professional, I can ass grab as much as I want. Daddy Jake just hit Christmas in April. Woo!
Holy cow. Man, I bet you we get a lot of calls here.
Liz, Roberta, I just learned a secret.
The producer, all our potential producers are going to, one by one, go, I don't think I can make it.
My God, we are, they're all going to call and cancel today.
Hey, let me say this really quick. We'll get right back into the Jake and Tanner Show. Matthews Tires, they keep you rolling. They're going to help you. We're going to welcome you to the weekend with them, with Journey at 9 a.m. Also, there's never been a better time to have LASIK at Optivision. It's only $14.95 an eye, and you're back to work the next day. Call 1-800-20-HAPPY, free consultation. 2 minutes, more Jake and Tanner Show. Well, good morning. It's Jake and Tanner show. Hi, my name is Jake. Tanner, say hi.
Hi.
Or don't, whatever. Hey, this is what my wife just said. What should we do here? She wants to know, because we crock pot barbecue pork, okay? So check this out. Does she throw it in the crock pot right now? All right? And we have some, and then I'm going to get home, we're going to go to this bike expo that we've been planning for a while to go check out mountain bikes, maybe get some accessories. Money I shouldn't spend, but I probably will because I'm there, or maybe not. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. And then we go home and have the barbecue pork. There's that. Or do we go home and make the fire and cook some dogs with the kids? Probably that one.
Hot dogs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, not
Billy.
No.
That'd be a chewy. He'd probably be really chewy.
I was talking about vacation yesterday. I'm griping about money.
I say you get pulled pork, by the way. Let me just say that.
You said
get pulled pork.
No, not get. We're just crock-potting that beast. So all day.
Wait a minute. Don't go to Yummy Bones.
No. I'm not. We're making our own barbecue pork.
Don't you gotta start that now?
That's what she's saying. She's going, I need to do this now.
Yeah, do it.
Or do we do dogs?
No.
But I want to cook hot dogs with the kids.
You gotta say hot dogs, yeah. Well, then do that. I don't know.
Do that. Why are you asking? Why are you telling me what to do? You're just telling me to do stuff.
Questions.
No, listen. And she said this yesterday. I go, Angie, what if nobody can, when we go on vacation, watch that white dog? I forget his name. And
wait, what about Dozer? Do you not care about Dozer?
Well, Dozer's got to go to, this cost me $300 also to board Dozer.
Okay.
Doggy daycare. Well, anyway, and then there's, I go, we'll have to pay for Billy. There it is. That's his name. Billy. And she goes, well, I mean, couldn't you just use that money to put him down? And I go, you have no heart. How dare you?
But also, I didn't think of that.
I said that too. But then he started, it's so, it's getting to the point, I'm going to tell you, I'm not there yet. I feel like you know when it's time. I really do. I think at one point you go, oh, okay, it's time.
Yeah.
And why I say that is because I've had to do this before, and somebody told me those exact words.
Yeah.
And I still don't think it's time. It's close.
That sucks.
But it's not time. But anyway, I want to, just for a second, because people are curious what happened to the other producers. We had a, Sam was our one producer. My God, she's very, very good at it. I think she was.
She would have been a fine producer.
It's just not where her heart was.
No, she immediately got wanting to talk. Like, that's all she wanted to do. She didn't feel like she needed to do.
She wanted to be third mic, which is, I mean, that's fine.
Which is fine.
But you also should produce too.
But your job was producer.
That didn't make her. That wasn't making her. You guys kind of butt heads too quite a bit.
And well, because what made me mad was, do your job. You're here because you have a job. And then remember when we had that track gig and she tossed us under the bus?
She did.
Like immediately.
To the vice president
to
of the company.
VP. We were sitting there.
He was asking, how is the morning show going?
And you could already tell that there was a major separation because you and I sat on one side of the room next to each other and she sat on the other side of the room. And she immediately said, well, these guys do a show together, and then they talk all day. So then they're ready to talk.
Because we would do our afternoon show together. Then we would go over to the other studio, and voice tracking is recording up the morning show with our voices. Yep. And then the next morning it plays. And so we would go over to that other studio, and we would go back and forth with the stories or whatever.
Yeah. So then she would be like, well, they talk all day, so then I don't get to get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, I guess let's do your track gig before your afternoon show. So we did that, and guess who still didn't have the chemistry? Like I said, we could have called that she was going to leave 2 months into being in Milwaukee in Green Bay.
Yeah, there was a lot of red flags, but
we went there and the impression that she had her own producer booth and she wasn't going to try to do all that stuff.
Well, and anyway, that didn't work out because it wasn't supposed to work out. I think she's really happy at the birthday station over there. I think, really, honest to God,
I'm sure she is. Yeah, I think she's got a thing. I have no idea. Literally haven't talked to her since her last.
I
thought about this yesterday. Go on, say your thing.
I was just going to say that real quick. she just came up on my Facebook, and she's in a bunch of yoga poses, and she's smiling. She has some kind of motivational thing on there, and I'm like, well, good for her. She seems happier than when she was with us.
Yes.
There was a point where she didn't seem happy when she saw us in the morning.
No, but do you remember the last thing that you said to her as she walked out on her last day?
What'd I say?
And the last thing you did? Do you not remember any of this?
Wait, did I say something bad?
I just want to say, once again, this is why we had to have a meeting.
Wait, what? Wait, did you...
About things.
Wait.
No, I'm
do
serious.
you have audio?
I have some audio
of me saying something?
No, not of you saying something. Of what you did as she walked out.
Is this the country station?
Yes.
You're making my heart beat faster because I don't remember what I said, and I feel like it's super offensive right now.
No.
Somebody said, "Is that the woman they call Traffic Jam Sam?" Yes, that was
100%.
her. That was her. That's the birthday station.
Turned me on as she was leaving.
Are you
on her
Henry
last
Mixer?
day.
Yeah.
Yep. On her last day, you're sitting at your desk. I'm sitting at my desk, and she's gathering the rest of her things. And Dayton's about to walk her out the door. And you go up to your computer. And I don't know why you did this.
I went up to the computer and did what?
You went up to the computer and did this.
To you, goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one.
This as she
You have
walked
been the
out,
one for
and then you
me.
said, "Hey, get myself, talk to you
Goodbye,
later."
my lover.
And I looked at you and was like,
Goodbye,
one,
my
inappropriate.
friend.
Two,
You have been the
you
one.
will not talk to her
You have
later.
been the
I
one
remember
for
you were over here
me.
going like this to me too. You go.
You just don't do that.
I am a dreamer.
Holy cow! I did
When I
not
wake,
remember that. How did you remember that?
You
It
can't
hit
break my
me
spirit.
yesterday, and I was like, I have to remember to bring this up because I can't believe I don't bring this up to you on a daily basis. This horribly inappropriate thing that you did.
Yeah, because she was miserable. She hated us, and she was miserable, and she. I mean, her life's changing again. What's wrong with me?
She tried quitting day off. Like she tried
Yeah.
saying, "I got a new gig, I'm moving, so I'm done." And our boss at the time, Dayton, was like, "You can't just leave. You got to give me a week."
Yeah.
So then you gave me the call, and then she was gone the rest of the week. But I can't believe you did this.
Hey, somebody's just said she moved into sales at the birthday station, then quit. She teaches yoga full time now. Wow!
Really?
That's awesome. Let me look at this. I'm gonna Facebook stalk her right now. Here she is. Yoga isn't about a lifestyle. Yoga is about blah blah blah. It fills you with happiness. I encourage you to try something new. Yeah, I remember she was super into yoga at all the time. I don't know.
I erased her.
Okay, hold on. I'm in about. Now, maybe she does. I mean, that's the last thing that she did, or the last post that she had, she's doing yoga poses. So great. Oh, right here. Holy cow. She does. She really does. Schedule classes at
something.
Ped Ready Power Yoga.
No free rides,
Morning
Jake.
Sun Yoga. Well, that's good. I think she does do that now.
Well, that's good. Well, find what you want to do.
Really cool.
Working with us, wasn't it?
No, not at all.
And then we've talked to Britt on the air before. You didn't do this to Britt, did you? I wasn't there when you left. Like, what did you play for her as you walked out the door?
Britt had her negatives, but I liked Britt's a nice person. She's really nice.
What I always said, I really like Britt as a person, and I could sit and talk to her as a person. She wasn't right for our show.
No. Well,
and
she
wasn't
said
right
it.
as a producer.
She goes, I would not listen. If I was not your producer, I would not listen to your show. Your show is not for me.
I really like Britt. I'm happy that we've given her an opportunity to do radio. I like to take that as hours for us. But she does. She lives back in Iowa.
Yeah.
She's like the Josh Duhamel of Iowa.
She is. She really loved
loves
Iowa.
it.
She was a.
She does a morning show now?
She is big. She does. She co-hosts a morning show, and she's really, really intelligent and smart with a lot of things, but country music especially.
Yeah.
And she loves country music, and that's every
that
station,
wasn't our thing.
every station we've been at, we've never cared, and now we're at a point where we barely
We're now-
play it during the morning show.
Yeah.
If we do, it's filler because we didn't have enough commercials. Well, somebody wants to know, why do you guys call it the birthday station? We'll tell you next, along with a bunch of things that we have to give away. So we've been just jibber-jabbering and not playing games today.
Anything at all today.
Hey, guess what? It's a Jake and Tanner show.
Sorry.
No, what happened?
It's just every now and then when you... Jake, stop grabbing my chest.
That is not what I
Jake,
did.
Stop kissing my neck. Jake.
I'm going to do that again. Hang on. Because I didn't have it. It didn't get the first part of it.
Oh. Thank you for looking out for my producer-ness.
Hey, it's Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Jake here talking now. Love mountain biking. Love bonfires. And I have a new 73-year-old stranger friend that I cut wood with, and I like it. Tanner's the other host of the show.
Hi, my name's Tanner. My wife gave me 2 things to do and says, please do not forget these 2 things, and I forgot both of them.
Oh, you don't know what you're doing. Good luck with that. Just take guesses.
No. I know what they are.
Oh,
she sent me a text last night and says, do not forget this and this. And I texted her this morning, hey, I didn't do neither of those things. And now she hasn't talked to me because being married to me isn't a treat.
Oh, no. I agree with all the words that just came out of your stupid face.
Well, it's just not needed.
Let me play.
Something that needed to be said.
Let me play some comedy that you only get from the hippest comedy.
The hippest place for comedy?
Yeah, it's the Complete Sheet. That's basically a makeshift producer for everybody in radio.
Wait a minute. Do you want to answer the question that came on the text line right before this break?
Sure. Okay, yeah, and then we'll get into that. What a great tease. What's the question?
Why do you guys call it the birthday station?
Oh, well, you can get that one if you want.
Oh, because their morning show does a whole bunch of birthdays all the time, and they have a monopoly on it. I don't even think legally we're allowed to. He might actually have a copyright to the term birthday.
So what happened? And I want to say this right now. If you know Murph,
he's a nice man. He's really
the coolest
awesome.
cat, and he's paved. Dude, that guy has been in the market for so long. When he retires, we're literally going to tell you to go listen to his last show.
Yeah,
come back to us.
And I want to actually, like, I would love to actually, and I talked to Joe about this. I was like, I want to throw a Murphy appreciation party
because he's been in the market forever, and he's paved the road for people like us. And he's awesome.
Like,
he's a
I
really
think
great guy.
His last day, we should run a best of just to make sure that like when Letterman was done. They, like, a bunch of shows just ran a rerun.
Well,
so
you
then it was
should.
like,
Honest to God, as much crap we talk and have fun with it, we respect the guy, and you should. You should give him that respect in the morning to listen to his last show. Now, with that being said,
not this one.
No, not this one. I have no idea when his last show is. I don't know when they're going to retire.
It could be 10 years after we die.
Right. So we don't know.
He's only 20. He's only 25.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when we were over there, we made it a mission to find out his age. If you went to school with Murphy, because he would never
call.
Yeah.
You call us right now.
So,
and then the phone would always cut out right before they gave us the age. So it was almost like, and then we never heard from those people. Isn't there a theory out there that he runs like the Little Swamico Mafia?
Yeah, no, that's
like he's actually
it's just
the Godfather
him,
or whatever.
And like 30 people, and they meet up. Also, did you know he's in a bike gang?
No, you better not be, because the teabags are getting started.
No, did you know this too? Murph went and he was out in L.A. for a minute. He went out there to do a radio show. This is actually a true story. They switched.
Yeah, that was the switch thing. It was for a Super Bowl or something.
Do you know he was out there for like 3 days and he became part of the Crips?
I thought it was Latin Kings.
Was it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm getting him confused.
I thought it was Latin Kings. I thought the Crips said you're overqualified.
Did you know he smoked weed with Snoop Dogg?
I heard, now this is just a rumor, I heard that Murph actually got Snoop Dogg, rolled Snoop Dogg's first joint.
Oh, really?
That's what I heard.
Blew Snoop Dogg's mind?
Yeah. Like, he was the first one to hand him the marijuanas.
Did you hear also that he slept with Martha Stewart?
I heard that, but first was Marilyn Monroe.
Yep. Then Snoop Dogg.
I heard there was Marilyn Monroe, Murphy, and our late president, JFK.
Oh, I did not. Oh, lucky him.
Yep.
Anyway, why he would do, back in the day, you do birthdays. Now, birthdays for me and Tanner, we'll do them every once in a while where you'll hear us doing
Today is your birthday, so congratulations. I love you. Bye.
Now, but
God,
Murph
that's
will
Michael Jackson being a weirdo, by the way.
Murph will do it for like 15 minutes. Here's the thing on this. Birthdays only, for us, only mean... I think people need to rethink. If you're a DJ and you're doing... or a morning show or whatever, and you're doing birthdays, I think you need to rethink of what you're doing, because they only matter to that one person.
And maybe their grandma who submitted it.
So it's really, really boring for the people that don't have any birthdays that day or know nobody to hear that for 15 minutes. But back in the old school radio days, you would do that. And one of the reasons Murph does that is because it's local. And I guarantee they're in the meetings, they're saying this. I know this because they're going, all right, well, Jake and Tanner are doing this. We're going to beat them by being super local. Local. That's what they're going to say. Mm-hmm. That's what they're going to say. Yeah. I guarantee they're doing the meeting, so hit it hard. Yeah, like, go out and be a part of that restaurant. Go interview. Say whenever you can say. Say a street name when you can and things like that. But here I'm going to let you into a little secret. Be entertained. That's all you got to do is be entertained.
Hell, Jake and I don't even like to say a road, like an accident, if it didn't happen on one of the two major highways. Because honestly, our signal goes so far that somebody in Oshkosh does not care if there was a fender bender on Military in Green Bay. Yeah, we want to put entertainment over everything. Because if you're entertaining, you'll win.
And a lot of PDs don't understand this either.
One day we'll do it.
Well, we will. But a lot of PDs don't understand that either. That if you
Here
look
they
down,
do.
oh, here they do.
Here
Yeah,
they do.
absolutely.
What a great fit for the Jake and Tanner
Local. Oh, a guy said this was really smart, but the local radio is at the bottom. Entertaining, funny, all that's right at the top. But and relatability is way up there. Oh, yeah. But the one guy said, "Don't tell me local wins, because guess what? Free Beer and Hot Wings are killing it.
Yep.
Kane Show kills it. Howard Stern killing it.
I mean, murdered it.
Tell me that and none of those guys are local.
No, they can't be because Bob and Tom.
Bob and
Tom are both dead, and yet they still have a syndicated morning show.
Ace and TJ, Kid Craddock. You have to be entertained. Not saying we are and we're doing it right, but I'm just saying this is my argument. When they argue only be local, well, then it's like then tell me how that theory works.
It's funny.
Somebody said on the text line, now this is what I like about you guys, because it does sound genuine. We do sound genuine. We are genuine. We hope so. But anyway, and that's fine that he does it. He owns the rights on it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Murph and his birthdays.
Yes. What were we
I'm just
into?
not the biggest fan of it. And neither is Tanner. Well, I want to get the hippest place to get comedy.
Hippest place for comedy.
All right, this is about Jeff Bezos' wife. Because they're going through a divorce.
A little slow, don't you think?
Mackenzie Bezos announced that she and Jeff Bezos have completed the process of dissolving their marriage. She's granting him 75% of their Amazon stock, leaving her with a mere $35 billion in options. Won't you please help? For just $96 million a day, she can continue to live in the lifestyle she's become accustomed to. So please keep ordering from Amazon and help Mackenzie Bezos cope through this difficult time.
I thought that was kind of funny and cute.
I really enjoyed that. But didn't I just call this that she wasn't going to get half?
Jeff Bezos and Mackenzie finalized their divorce. She's walking away $36 billion.
Yeah.
Now that's out of an estimated $149 billion.
Yeah. I knew she wasn't going to get half because... one, I don't think she would have wanted to take half. And two, if she said, I'm coming at you for half of everything, he would have tied it up for so long.
Just lawyer up after lawyer after lawyer.
Yeah, she would have had no money. It would have been tied up forever. Throw her a couple $1 billion and some stock. Boom. Bye.
She's one of the richest women in the world now on the planet. In return for the cash, Jeff is keeping... most of the stake in Amazon. She still has
75%.
Plus all of the Washington Post and aerospace company Blue Origin. I didn't know he owned any of that. I thought he was only Amazon.
No, he's buying everything now. He's like a kid with a $100 bill.
No hard feelings either. Jeff tweeted, quote, I'm very much looking forward to our new relationship as friends with co-parents. Mackenzie has been an extraordinary partner and mother. And then Mackenzie said, quote, grateful for the past as I look forward to what comes next. Jeff Bezos is an ugly man.
Yeah.
And she's very excited now to not have to be under that.
He's the one that kept calling his mistress a live girl, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he would
kept
text
saying,
that and say alive. Why?
Hello, my alive girl. Because he's a robot. He's a crazy person or a turtle.
Have you looked at, speaking of robots, that theory that the one girl who's the prince?
Meghan Markle?
Yes. Have you seen the video?
Where her face doesn't move?
She's a robot.
No, I think that was...
what?
I think that was a cover-up for something.
What?
Like, I think he was out with somebody else. Because you know how they can do, like, those face swaps and real deep fakes?
You think that...
I truly believe that he was with somebody else.
And they caught him on camera, and so they covered it up?
That I think... I don't know. The Queen and the...
Rick and Len walked past the studio to go get gas. They have a lot of guests that come in, and they have some of the coolest guy. That character that just walked by, he's got to be the coolest person in the planet. Do you know who he was?
Nope.
Yeah, he had long hair. He
could have been Meatloaf.
Definitely high. God, if it was Meatloaf.
If it was Meatloaf, I would throw my panties at him.
Oh, yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? Let me see if I still have this clip here.
Covered in some kind of weird ketchup sauce.
This woman meets a celebrity on a subway. He says, hey, why don't you sit here and I'll stand? It's not Keanu Reeves. But who else would it be to get this kind of a freak out?
Oh my God! No! Dios me resiste! I
Okay, give me video for me.
Who do you think? If you had 3 guesses,
They're on a Subway?
you owe me lunch if you don't get it.
No. Because I'm not going to.
Ben Stiller.
Shut up.
Swear to God.
Oh, come on.
That was Ben
I like
Stiller.
Ben Stiller, and he seems like he's a fine man.
But nobody says I love you to Ben Stiller, right?
No, I don't
so.
think so.
Did you ever do that? Have you ever met? Don't give me any Packer players because they're not really celebrities. So
I saw Olivia Munn at the Cheesecake House.
there. Did that? Would you didn't freak out like that?
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I just
You
didn't say
hyperventilated?
words. We were going to eat there. We were going to eat, like, in there. And I started getting really sweaty. You could, like, ask my wife. I got weird. And I was like...
Did you kind of keep looking over?
Well,
to
they
see
were in
where,
front of us.
Oh, my... That would
they
be,
were in the line in
but
front of
you know
us.
what I
wearing
do?
Sweatpants,
I
like
do,
a couple.
Like a poor couple.
Yeah, like me and my wife.
I would say Aaron Rodgers is a celebrity, though.
He is.
I would say
at this point.
Yeah. Hey, fun here. If you met a celebrity, where? And no Packers, but where have you?
Jake hates Packers. So
I don't hate them, but I just
you just don't look at them as celebrities.
What celebrity? Where were you? And where did you meet them? And were they jerks? That's fun. We don't have to stay a lot of time on that, but I think that's fun. I've never met. I mean, with singers, but again, I've never met like.
I have Todd Carey's number in my phone.
Who's that?
I don't know. I just know that one point in time, you and I met a singer called Todd Carey, and he was like, "Let me get your number," and I gave it to. No, I might just have his email. Either way, because we were going to have him come on the show.
Is he a singer? Did you just say that?
No, yeah. We saw him at a thing. We saw him at a thing in a place. I'm pretty sure he's discount.
What do you mean we saw him at a thing?
We were doing a thing.
866-916-0959 if you met somebody who wasn't. Where were you? Hi, who's this?
This is Allie.
Hi,
Are you guys
Allie.
talking about meeting celebrities?
Yeah, who did you meet?
Shia LaBeouf in Manitowoc.
Okay.
What was he doing in Manitowoc?
Remember when he was hitchhiking?
Yes. Took the car ferry over, and a group of like 50 of us met him there, and I got a picture of him thumbs upping my baby belly.
Wait. Did you know he was on the car ferry coming over?
We did, actually. We
How?
Were, a very good friend of mine is a huge fan of his, so she was following his whole like hitchhiking thing.
Did you wait. So he was coming from Ludington, I guess. Ludington, Michigan he was at?
Yeah, the thing of his like documentary was he would pick you, or you could pick him up wherever he was, because all he would do was give you like the coordinates of where he was, and then you'd have to go pick him up, and he would do whatever you wanted to do. But we found out that somebody on the car ferry had already been waiting for him and ended up taking him with them to like Indiana or something like that.
Boy, I'll tell you that I love Shia. I think he's one of the most talented actors we have.
He is
but
very talented.
He's too creative for his own good. He doesn't know how to work in the real world.
He's
he doesn't.
very broken.
Thank you. We appreciate it. No, he really is.
He is.
Super creative, though. Hi, who did you end up meeting?
I met the great Khali at the airport in Houston.
Who's that?
The Great Khali. He was on. He was WWE. But Jake, did you see The Longest Yard?
I did.
The
Adam
new
Sandler?
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
You know the big
maybe
guy who was
I don't-
playing ping pong.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
That guy.
And
He's
then
like 1,000 feet tall, and he looks like a legit
He's so
caveman.
huge.
Is he big as the mountain from Game of Thrones?
Oh my God, he's so huge. I was so scared. I felt so tiny.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
He's only a celebrity because he's massive.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, Dylan.
Hey, Dylan, who'd you meet?
That question
I
really
met,
flabbergasted you. I was ready.
Garfield. I met Andrew Garfield in New York.
Okay, so were you just walking around?
And you just saw him?
Yeah, we was just walking. I was walking in Central Park, and he was sitting on a bench.
Okay. Wait, was he by himself?
No, he was sitting next to an old guy, and there were people like talking to him, but it looked like he was just so exhausted and just wanted to be alone.
So you didn't go up to him and say anything?
No, I just nodded to him, and he nodded back. So
Hey,
it felt like this connection.
Was this pre or post Spider-Man Andrew Garfield?
This was post Spider-Man.
Oh, that's sad.
Is he as ugly in person as he is on film?
You hush your mouth. He's very ugly.
Thank you,
he's not-
Dylan.
He's not a pretty man at all.
Hi, what celebrity did you meet?
Tim Duncan.
Who the hell's Tim
He's
Duncan?
an NBA basketball player.
Hey, if we
Yeah.
can't do
For the Spurs.
Packer players, we can't do any
All right, thank
sports are
you.
out. Unless it's Johnny McEnroe or whoever that is, a tennis player.
Hi, who did you end up meeting?
Hi, I met
Steve-O.
Yeah, that's not hard. All you
unfortunate.
got to do is just go anywhere they're selling meth.
So how long have you
Or whippets.
Yeah, how long have you been a recovering addict?
Right?
Thanks, man. Steve-O to me, I like Steve-O and he's been through a lot of hard times, but we could get him probably
Today.
on the phone right now if we needed to.
Yeah.
Hi, who did you end up meeting?
Kid Rock.
Oh, God.
Are
you still greasy? Do you still kind of smell like Swisher Sweets and Bush Light?
He would come up to Torch Lake in Michigan, and he would have a big boat there, and he would. We
didn't even hear his story.
Well, I want to hear it. I want to hear it. But he would be on the lake, and you could just go up on his
Pontoon.
boat and get PBR. He did not care. I never did it, but a lot of my friends did. Hi, how did you end up meeting him, Lo?
He ended up eating at the same restaurant we were eating at that night. And the crazy part is my mom is obsessed with him and absolutely loves him, and I can't stand him. But when you're actually, for the first time, encountering someone you don't anticipate, there's still a level of excitement, even if you don't like them. So
Right.
What
did he get on the 2 for $20 menu? Because I assume you met him at Applebee's.
I'm sure.
There's no Applebee's in George County.
I will tell you, he's apparently one of the nicest people on the planet. He's, I guess, really nice and cool. Again, I've never met him, so I don't know.
He'd be nicer
Thanks,
if
buddy.
he'd shower.
Boy, they're coming in now.
Yeah,
we gotta
let's go next. We'll get more of your celebrity hookups.
Yeah, let's do that. And
if you ever hooked up with a celebrity,
you're getting front row. You're gonna go to the top of the line. Hey, there's never been a better time to have LASIK at Optivision. It's only $14.95 and $9. You're back to work the next day. Call 1-800-20-HAPPY for that free consultation. Continue calling. Give us 2 minutes and we'll take your calls next with the Jake and Tanner Show. Man, I'm tired. It just hit me. I'm tired as a construction sign holder standing all day.
Ooh, good segue.
It's Jake and Tanner Show. Hi, I'm Jake.
Hi, Jake. I'm Tanner.
Please keep calling about what celebrities you met. No sports people, though. What celebrities? Where were you? Were they nice? You can text in 2-710-90 or you can call us 866-916-0959. We're going to get into a take from Jake here in a minute. Tanner was just saying that he has a buddy that does construction.
Yep.
And he holds a sign, and he was making like $14 an hour.
I think he makes more than that. I honestly think he's closer to the 18 to 25, somewhere in there, bucks an hour.
Man, I want to know. And I said, well, he can't sit either, right? And you said, no. I would love to know why that is. Would it make the other construction workers mad?
I don't even know. The sitting part doesn't get me. What gets me is if you don't have to flip the sign between slow and stop, and you're just going to stand there. Just get a stand. Just slow. Please go slow here.
Let's find out what celebrity this dude met.
Instead of having a boy hold it.
Hi, who's this?
Sign boy.
Hi, this is Crystal.
Oh, Crystal. Hi, what celebrity did you meet?
So I go to IndyCar races at Road America, and a lot of celebrities are either car owners or spectators herself. So in all the years I've
sex haters?
No, spectators.
Oh, okay. I was going to that's a weird group. Yeah. All right, go on.
Anybody from Herschel Walker to Paul Newman. Ashley Judd used to be married to a race car driver.
Paul Newman's dead, so that would be really weird if he was there.
I know, right?
I don't know any of the people you just said.
You know Paul Newman.
Who's Paul Newman?
Paul Newman's like a super... Well, he's dead now, but he was an older actor, but like really considered one of our best actors.
We ran into Ari Lindbeck, a Bachelor.
Up there with Robert Redford.
Oh my God! Is this Woody Harrelson's dad?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Woody Harrelson's dad's in prison.
And who's the old talk show host? He's got a really crazy big white beard now. Oh, crap.
Letterman.
Oh, Letterman,
yeah. Letterman, yes. He's a co-owner, too. So, it's busy. Sometimes they're really nice. Sometimes they're in a hurry. But it's a great place to,
Thank you. We love you.
You too.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. Take care. Yeah, Paul Newman. Yeah, that looks like him a lot. Look at Paul Newman young, though. He was a good-looking guy, man.
My God.
Wait, you know him? You know his dressing, the Paul Newman dressing. 100% of that goes to prop.
Shut the hell up!
That's Paul Newman.
Why does he make honey mustard?
Because all of that money goes, I forget, to a charity. 100% of it goes to charity, and it continues today. What? Yeah, he died of cancer some time ago, but he is considered. Wow, he's considered. To the I guess the older generation. To me, I can't tell you a ton of his movies, but to the one that's the Western's really good with him and Robert Redford, Sundance and
Westerns are terrible.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. My God, that was a really good movie. Oh wait, was he in the pool hustling movie too? What the hell is that called? The Hustler?
Was this an 80s movie?
No, it's probably 70s.
Because back in the 80s, did they only make movies about crappy sports?
Look at his body. Paul Newman, sexy SOB.
That's not Paul Newman.
Yeah, it's called Cool Hand Luke.
But you just told me his name was Paul.
Well, that's the movie Cool Hand Luke.
Okay, your story has so many holes in it.
Somebody said Jake always cuts everyone off. Yeah, but just when their story's getting to be blah.
Sometimes you can almost tell when their story's going to be blah, because that person just said, I met Shia LaBeouf, or I met Kid Rock, and you're like, I can take it from here. I know I asked you to call, but I just needed a setup and a name. I could have just Googled celebrities.
I could relate to that because he's a Michigan guy and he always went to Torch Lake. The water's really blue there, by the way. The Torch Lake was really blue.
The hell up. I had no idea that it was Newman's own. Was Paul Newman. But also, he makes dog food too?
Yeah, he makes it all.
Stay in your lane, Newman.
Why are you so mad at Newman?
I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's handsome. Maybe it's because his honey mustard and his ranch are the best. But you got to stay in your lane, man. Pick a thing. You can either have audio books, dressing, dog food. I got that dog. I've gotten that dog food for my dog.
100% profit goes to dogs.
What?
Hi, who did you meet?
I actually didn't. My friend did, but it was when Taylor Swift was still country, and they said that she was a total B.
Really?
Hey, how about you stop spreading lies?
Oh,
Okay?
I for some reason don't believe that.
I just don't, and I think you're wrong.
They said that there was a party bus and it was an exclusive, and they were on the bus with her, and they said that she was so conceited. I'm not a fan.
Okay, well, you're wrong, and you have a timeout. Actually, you can't talk to your friends anymore.
Actually, let's rub your nose in it.
Yeah,
if you were here, we would.
Yeah, you can't talk to those friends anymore because they're crapping all over T Swift.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Okay, say goodbye to them. That made me upset.
Some of these texts are coming in.
I'm still really mind blown about Newman.
I meant Randy Jackson and Simon Cowell. They're on the way to an audition at a hotel I was staying.
That would be awesome. Uh-oh. Somebody said Clay Matthews. Slap him. Who's Walter Payton? Is that another?
Walter Payton. Isn't he a football player?
I have no idea.
Hi, who's this?
This is Shannon.
Hi, Shannon. Who did you end up meeting?
Yeah.
Well, I met, I can't think of what his name is, Dustin, whatever, Screech.
Screech!
You met
lucky.
Screech
So
and
lucky.
lived?
You want to talk about a jerk? He was just awful.
Did you call him Screech?
No, we saw him in the Milwaukee airport, actually, and we asked if we could get our picture taken with him. He's like, no, you can take a picture of me, but you're not going to be in it. And I was like, I'll pass, thanks.
Why would he not want you in it?
Yeah. Nobody just wants a picture of a criminal.
I have no idea, but he's just kind of a jerk.
Because I can't
thought it'd be kind of fun to get a picture of him, but
see you being uglier than that man. So there's no way in his head he was like,
Well,
boy, you would make this picture look ugly if you were in it.
I think he was saying, I don't want to look worse.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Oh, I bet you that's what it is.
But also, we heard a story when we were down south because we were able to ask that question really easily because he lived down there. So when we were doing our Joe Mong music, what's your Dustin Diamond story? Dude's like, we were at the McDonald's in Port Washington, and my daughter, who was like 9 at the time, she loved Saved by the Bell, and I think she called him Screech once, and then he just like mean mugged her from across the thing the whole time
while he was eating his chicken sandwich.
I think he had nuggets. I'm not gonna I love chicken nuggets, but you can't eat in the restaurant chicken nuggets. You got to get a burger then if you're a grown man.
Our whole goal was to get that dude.
I was going to start taking, I found out which one. It sounds creepy when
Thank
I
you,
say
Shannon.
it now. But I found out which house was his.
Right.
And for being a retired actor, not by choice, but a retired actor, he had the worst house in the neighborhood.
Still nice.
I mean, dude, I was living in Port Washington.
Yeah.
I didn't belong.
Right.
But I wanted to start taking out Craigslist ads that just said, hey, Dustin, I just want to be your friend, man. I think we could hang out, and I think we could really hit it off. I might call you Screech sometimes.
You can't. He went to jail for stabbing somebody at a bar.
Yeah, because he would throw parties in Port.
And then sit in the
And he
corner
would sit
at
in
the
the
bar.
corner and just watch you.
And then somebody called him Screech, and he stabbed him.
Yeah.
And he was in Port Washington jail.
Do you remember the Screech truther? Listen here. What? He didn't stab anybody.
Oh, that's right.
Sure, he pulled a knife out. And sure, he did. Their blood was drawn.
And sure, the blade went into them.
But it was more of more like a puncture.
Yeah.
So a stab. It cut like a cut, but instead of cutting long ways, you cut inward.
I would love to still talk to that guy.
Yeah.
Hi, who's this?
Dustin.
Dustin. What's your celebrity meetup?
Dave Coulier.
Cut it out!
You met Uncle Joey?
I did.
Did you make love to him?
I would have. Just say you did. Do not ruin this for us. Just say you did.
I groped him.
And that's good. That's okay. He's a nice guy though, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I would think. Lucky.
Well, he's Canadian.
Thank you. You know what? This is what I want to do.
Okay.
Monday morning, early in the show, because I got all those stories of rock stars hooking up with, they tell the truth, regular people hooking up with rock stars.
Yeah.
If you've ever hooked up with a celebrity.
Yes.
Because I know somebody that hooked up with Jared Leto.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Here. Oh.
I mean, it could be a lie. Oh, sorry. Hi, who's this?
This is Steve.
Steve, who did you meet?
I met Jon Stewart.
Oh, I like that guy. Was he nice?
Yeah.
Not the one from The Daily Show, though.
Oh, what Jon
other
Stewart?
Jon Stewart is there? Is this just a dude you went to high school with?
No, American Ninja Warrior.
Now you're just
At
now
no
you're
point-
being silly.
You're a silly
Thank you.
person. This person here, and the only reason I'm reading this is because you need to know something.
Mm-hmm.
I met the bassist for the metal band Lamb of God at a hotel in Appleton a couple years ago. He was a jerk. 2 things. 1, I love Lamb of God, but they're not a band that anybody else knows. And 2, a bassist isn't part of the band. They're just not. They suck.
No, they're just the alcoholics.
They're half the time they're not even plugged in.
Machine Gun Kelly at the airport, biggest douche ever. Same day the Fonz. He was super nice, and his wife was really funny and laughed because I didn't know who he was. How'd you know it was the Fonz then? Josh Duhamel at a Vikings-Packer game. Josh Duhamel, he's the president of North Dakota.
He owns it, I think.
All the
I swear to
Dakotas.
God he owns it.
The Color of Money is... no. I know Tom Cruise is The Color of Money, but there was a hustling movie with Paul Newman in it. And I think it's called The Hustler, and I thought they hustled pool. Oh, go ahead.
Ron Jeremy!
Wait, was Paul Newman in The Color of Money, too? He was! Well, was The Hustler Paul Newman? Or was that Robert Redford? Man, I'm sorry.
You're saying movies that either don't exist or nobody's seen.
No, they exist. Go on.
Somebody met Ron Jeremy.
No.
Says Ron Jeremy.
What do you mean
This
sick?
person's seen a lot. Okay, they saw Jack Black.
I like Jack. I bet you he was nice.
I was a flight attendant and flew lots of celebrities. Kristen Bell, man, I still have the biggest crush on her. I think she is awesome.
Kristen Bell.
The
Yeah,
Good Place.
she's.
You should watch The Good Place.
I've watched The Good Place, and I do. I think she's from Michigan, Royal Oak, very ritzy part.
No, I think did I get her? Did I give you Houdini for her?
I have Kristen Bell. Oh no, you have Kristen Bell. You gave me. It was a good trade because you really wanted Bell.
I wanted Bell. I
you
got
got
Dax.
a power couple. You got Dax,
I got
and
Dax
Bell.
and Bell.
And you gave me a pretty good one.
Didn't I? I gave you Monk and
Did
somebody.
you give me Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal's not from Wisconsin.
Was Steven Seagal from Michigan? I think I kept him from my
You
own.
might have got Farley.
Oh, I think I did.
But I still have Heather Graham. So think about this.
You never traded up Heather?
No. Imagine. Hold on 2 seconds. Imagine in my room filled with Wisconsin celebrities, I have Heather Graham and Kristen Bell in the same booth, same side of a booth. And what do you have? You have Chris Farley and Kid Rock.
You didn't even want Rock.
No.
I tried to trade you.
And you gave me Eminem too.
By the way,
So
we
I
were
have
talking about like celebrities from Michigan, celebrities from Wisconsin. We were doing like our own draft. I met Daughtry. He was the best, nicest person I've ever met, celebrity-wise. Okay, well, he has to be because he's not really a celebrity, and you noticed him.
Barely.
Hi, who did you end up meeting?
Rascal Flats, Little Big Town, and you guys were talking about hooking up with a celebrity. I hooked up with a Gamblers player from the Green Bay Gamblers.
Aren't they high schoolers?
No, this is when he was older.
I don't think they're celebrities,
I definitely
really, are
wouldn't
they?
call them celebrities, but aren't a lot of them high schoolers?
Is there something we need to talk about?
Yeah, Gamblers, that's all.
We're going to let you go before you criminalize us, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that.
All right, let's get out of here. Hey, the next segment here, we have to do an Oregon Trail and a take from Jake. You're getting 2 games back to back.
Dude, why don't we just do the take from Jake and Tanner right now?
No,
Go
I like
a little
that.
late.
That's okay.
Right?
Let's just go back to back, and then we'll go right into another game.
Fine.
And
if they lose, they can play.
And by the way, take from Jake and Tanner, that's brought to you by Prospera Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance. We're going to play 2 games. We're going to give away an Alexa, and we're also going to try giving away $40 next. Hey, if you're on the Jake and Tanner TV right now, thank you so much for joining. Watching us live in the studio. We're up for an award because of the Jake and Tanner Show TV with a WBA.
Yeah.
Wisconsin Broadcast Association Award. It is a Jake and Tanner Show. Hi, my name is Jake. Tanner's over there. It's weird. We're talking about these celebrities, and this woman says, we met, first of all, I don't believe your face when you say you met John Stamos, A.
Because
B, you said he's very conceited and rude. I don't believe any of that.
Nope.
Another person said that they met Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, who was his wife, out in In-N-Out Burger, and they actually were getting up to leave the table, and it was really busy, and they came in and they took over the table. Maybe they got kicked out because it was Tom Hanks. Mr. Tom Hanks is going to be actually sitting there now. You guys have to eat your food and leave.
Yeah.
Go eat it outside by the trash cans like a raccoon.
Actually, he'll be sitting on your lap. He likes sitting on people. Tom Hanks is a great man, and he'll never touch you. But the one thing that Tom Hanks does like is sitting on strangers' laps.
So, and we let him because it's Tom.
Because it's Tom Hanks, and he's America's dad.
It's weird that we that was Cosby.
Yeah, well, now he
No.
Now, so Tom Hanks is America's stepdad.
Yeah.
One
Bill's
dad's
America's-
gone. We just don't talk about it.
So
he left one night to get roofies and never came home.
It's just weird to you that we look at celebrities different. Like, oh my God, Tom Hanks came and they sat at the table that we were sitting at. But Tom is but he's not a normal person. He's a person.
But at one point in time, he ate something that didn't agree with him, and he spent at least 35 minutes on the toilet wishing he was dead.
Why do we look at him differently? Is it because they're so rich?
Yeah, that, and you see them.
Is it?
You see them on TV.
You pay money
to see them.
See them.
And
so
his name is better than ours.
It is, isn't it?
I mean, Tom Hanks is much better than Tanner J. Schramm or Jake Adolph Frank.
We do this every once in a while.
Chet
Hayes.
Yep.
If nobody knew this, and we got to get into some games.
No, I don't even think we have time to do Chet. Because we have to do...
Just real quick, you're going to love it when we get into it, and there is no swearing in this. Tom Hanks has a son, Chet Hayes, who's a white... which is fine.
Rapper.
I
like how you had to say that. Why don't you start playing this and then also take a call, and we can play this in the background the whole time of Take from Jake and Tanner.
Okay, I like that. I really like what's happening there.
Okay. Man, that's not going to screw people
up. By the way, if you want to play, big thanks to Prospera Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance. Take from Jake and Tanner.
I'm not going to lie. This song has really started to grow on
Hi,
me.
who's this?
Hi, this is Hannah.
This is Kayla?
Hannah.
Hannah, hang on really quick.
But they wanna be around you. Everybody seem to love you.
Oh yeah.
I can't get enough of that. And I think I'm up for that.
Hannah, we're gonna play Jake and Tanner.
Just a match.
My Chet Hayes is underneath us. That's weird, but I'm accepting it. 5 questions. Tanner's gonna be leaving the room, and you get to answer these questions. He can't hear it, or he can't hear your answers or the questions.
But you're gonna win today.
He's gonna come back and get the same questions, try to answer more than you. Remember, if you get stuck, you can pass. Time willing, we'll get back to that question.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Tanner, you got to get out of here. I know this
yeah.
is very exciting, the music, but you got to go. Let me pause the music so I can get the timer, and then we'll go right back into the music right after we read the questions. All right, do you have any questions?
Okay. I don't.
All right, here we go. In SpongeBob, what is Plankton's first name?
Pass.
What is the official language of the Canadian province Quebec?
French.
Rob Serling created what famous science fiction television show?
I don't know. X-Files.
How many planets have moons?
5.
Which NFL team's name was inspired by a famous writer?
Pass.
In SpongeBob, what is Plankton's first name?
I have no idea.
Which NFL team's name was inspired by a famous writer?
I'm so bad at football. I don't even know any.
You don't know?
I don't know.
All right. We'll get back into the music now. Tanner!
Everybody say you're trouble, but they want to be around you. Everybody seem to love you. I can't get enough of that.
Hannah.
And I think I'm up for that.
I think you've been really hard on yourself.
Do you not think you did well?
I mean, say that.
All right, Hannah, hang on really quick.
You on fire, you got that swag, you got that glow. You wanna put on a show, you wanna
Chet
move it,
Hayes.
girl, let's go.
All right, here we go. You know how to play this, right? Let me pause this music for just a second.
Yeah.
Timer will begin when I'm done reading the first question. Here we go. In SpongeBob, what is Plankton's first name?
Pass.
What is the official language of the Canadian province Quebec?
Wait, what? Say it again.
What is the official language of the Canadian province Quebec?
I think French.
Rob Serling created what famous science fiction television show?
Pass.
How many planets have moons?
Six.
Which NFL team name was inspired by a famous writer?
The Ravens.
In SpongeBob, what is Plankton's first name?
Oh, God. No, I know this. Pass again.
Rob Serling created what famous science fiction television show?
Star Trek.
Time. Let's
That
go
was
back to the
bad.
music.
That was bad. I just
we
can't
don't know.
stop thinking about Chet. I just can't, man.
Hang on,
I
let
knew
me-
you were going to win because Chet is just all up in my head right now.
You said that too. You called it right in the beginning.
I said, I was like, you're going to win today. I can't stop thinking about the haze.
Hannah, this is up for $40, okay?
All right.
Here we go. Let's go through this. You got your little belly bell. In SpongeBob, what is Plankton's first name? She said, I don't know. And then she came back, or no, her answer was, I don't know. You passed, and then you passed again. You're going to be really mad when you hear it. Sheldon.
Damn it!
Sheldon.
I knew that!
Hey, what is the official language of the Canadian province Quebec? She said French. You said French. French is correct. Rob Serling created what famous science fiction television show? Shannon said X-Files.
Oh, that sounds right.
Tanner said Star Trek. The Twilight Zone.
That sounds better, though.
Tied. 1-1. How many planets have moons? Shannon said 5. Tanner said 6. The answer, 6.
Yes!
Which NFL team name was inspired by a famous writer? Well, yeah, that was the Ravens, and she didn't know. Sorry, Shannon!
I got the power of shit!
We love you, Shannon. Take care.
Better. Wait, does she want... Oh, no.
Sorry. $60 up for grabs.
Yeah, Monday.
We'll go fast on the Oregon Trail. We're playing the Oregon Trail. We had to do 2 games back-to-back.
Because I don't know what happened.
Let's get some callers while chat's on. Hi, who's this? Oh,
That's fine.
yeah. Okay, Michelle?
Yep.
All right, Michelle, you're on the wagon. Hang on really quick. Hi, who's this?
Kyle on the way.
Kyle.
Tomboy?
Kyle on delay.
Oh, Kyle.
Hang on, Kyle. Hi, who's this? Hello?
It's Adrian.
Adrian! Adrian! I'm sure you haven't heard that joke. Hi, who's this?
Alexa?
Hi, Alexa.
What, an
wants
Alexa
the Alexa
playing for one?
All right, so this is just like the trail you guys used to play when you were kids. Your mom's basement, on the computer. And we're going to go down the trail trying to make it to Oregon. Tanner is the narrator on this. Bad things are going to happen. And usually only one person lives. And if that person is you, you're going to get an Alexa today. Hey, who are we thanking this for?
We are going to thank the Skyline Comedy Club
That's
for
right.
giving us the right to play the Oregon Trail. That's where we're headed to, actually.
And we're going to be playing that right now. And don't forget, I forgot.
Yeah, remember that doesn't. Yeah, I never remembers to do things.
Oregon Trail.
It's
Hold
fine.
on, song. And we're just gonna play this. And I am gonna be your guide today. Here we go, guys. What year are we leaving?
We're going to leave in 1992, and we're on our way to the Skyline Comedy Club in Appleton. You guys are actually starting in Oregon today.
Very good.
Because somebody made it last time, not Jake. Michelle brought a knife. Kyle brought a candle-making kit. Adrian brought a box of cats. Alexa brought a bag of dirty underpants, and Jake brought his butterfly knife.
Alexa,
Why
that's
you
just
doing it?
weird.
Gotta make some money on the way.
You selling those, Alexa? Shame on you, but how much?
Oh, God. Jake has explosive
$82.
diarrhea. Explosive diarrhea. Now Michelle is in charge of the wagon, and Adrian has dysentery.
Already?
Yeah. And Jake, guess what happened to you?
Oh, no.
You got more explosive diarrhea.
Whoa, wow. This is not good. What did I eat? It's from
Michelle.
that bag of underwear.
Oh,
I didn't eat the
come
underwear. I was just saying
on.
that it's just made me sick to my
Michelle,
stomach.
trying to get his father away from the pervert Jake, decided to control the wagon from on top of one of the ox. And Adrian
Me?
needs to use the bucket. Jake, what do you want to do?
Okay, where
do you
am I?
wanna
Am I
let-
on the ox?
You're on the bucket. You have
Oh, I'm
explosive
still- oh,
diarrhea.
God. All right.
Do you want to let Adrian use the bucket while you get up? Pretend you didn't hear him, scooch over and share, or just kind of open up your legs and create a new seat.
Who is this for?
Adrian.
Well, I'll share.
Okay.
I want to share the bucket.
Oh, sorry. None of those were your options.
Oh, I don't. There wasn't. I thought you said that.
Share.
Okay.
Let me touch this in. Okay, the bucket is uneven and it spills all over Adrian.
Oh, sorry.
Adrian tries to clean off, but he grabs a towel with a rattlesnake in it, and he dies.
Oh,
Adrian, you're
jeez.
dead.
Bye, Adrian. That was
No.
quick.
And Jake is feeling better.
Oh,
Michelle,
thank
do you want to give Jake control of the wagon again?
You probably should, little lady.
No.
Ah,
Okay.
dang it.
Then, Michelle, we've just come up to a river.
Good luck
Waters
with
are
this.
calm, but it looks deep.
Don't
What
even-
do you want to do?
Don't ask me for help.
Do you want to try to pray the river away? Do you want to walk on it like Jesus, or walk through it like it's not even there?
Let's walk on it like Jesus.
Okay,
Wow,
well,
how does that work?
I don't know. But it didn't work, and Jake drowns due to being a 38-year-old man who never learned how to
Well,
swim.
thank you, Michelle. I'd rather be dead.
Only Michelle, Kyle, and Alexa remain. Remember, Alexa has underwear for sale. Kyle has typhoid fever.
Oh.
Oh, Michelle asks
Ooh.
Alexa to sit in the front with them.
Oh, wow.
And Alexa joins Michelle in the front of the wagon.
I can't say no.
No.
No, sorry. You have no choice.
Kyle is jealous.
Of course he is.
Alexa and Michelle are laughing. Kyle becomes more angry.
He has FOMO bad.
Yeah. Michelle has a blister on the bottom of her foot. That sucks. And Alexa's doing sit-ups. Kyle, while Michelle is not paying attention, strangles Alexa. Alexa's dead.
Bye, Alexa.
No.
Only Michelle and Kyle remain. Kyle sits up front with Michelle, finally.
We can laugh together now.
Michelle
Best
is more
friends.
uncomfortable than she's ever been in her entire life.
We're like BFFs.
Oh, and we've come up to a river. The water is rapid, but the river's pretty narrow. Michelle, what do you want to do? Do you want to look for a calmer spot and try to walk through it? That's
Or
your only
say-
option. I said that like there's going to be more, there isn't. Well, as you're walking through, Kyle finds a photo of Michelle and Alexa together.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Kyle's furious with jealousy. Kyle moves to the back of the wagon. Michelle's blister is better now. Kyle plans on murdering Michelle.
Kyle, you sick SOB.
Kyle, what do you want to do? You can either use a club or strangle her with your bare hands.
With Alexa's underwear.
Yeah, with Alexa's underwears.
Use the club.
What?
You want to use the club?
Use the club.
Well, as you take the club and you swing it over your head, your vertigo gets the best of you, lunging you backwards, back on to the original rattlesnake that killed Adrian. You've been bitten. You're dead, Kyle. You're dead, man. You're dead.
No, Michelle. Michelle, we're gonna get you a Amazon Echo Dot. Something.
It's a regular Echo.
Nice. And remember, when you have this in your home, you can just be like, "Hey Alexa, listen to the Jake and Tanner show," and it'll play it. Sound good?
Can I get that photo of me and Alexa at least?
Oh man,
Take
I
a
like
picture
you,
with me
Michelle.
now.
Hang on really quick. We're going to get all your info. That's pretty much the show today.
Yeah, that's just how that goes. I can't believe we were able to do 2 games in 1.
I know it. Listen, if you missed anything on the show today, this was fun. I'm going to be honest. This was super fun today.
Today was a day that ended with Y and started with laughter.
Make sure you text JT to 71090. You can get the whole show, whatever you miss. You can get old shows all the way from when we started this little radio program called The Jake and Tanner Show. Thank you to all the Jake and Tanner TV watchers, viewers. We appreciate you doing that. We're going to be back Monday. We got another hour. It's Karen hour, so it's a lot of music. In the beginning of the 9 o'clock hour, we are going to be trying to give away $5,000.
Yes.
So we'll be doing that next. Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. There's never been a better time to have LASIK at Optivision. It's only $14.95 an eye, and you're back to work the next day. Call 1-800-20-HAPPY. You're going to get that free consultation. Let's rattle through this.
Let's do it.
Trying to give away $5,000. That's what we're trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but you caller 1. Oh, boy. Hi, you're caller 2. Sorry about that. Oh, boy. Hi, you're caller 3. Really sorry about that. Now I'm hung up again.
Fine.
Hi, caller 4. Sorry.
Hello.
There you go. She's a nice
see,
person.
You sound like a good
Now I
person.
hung up on her. Hi, caller 5. Sorry. You're caller 6. Real sorry about that. You're caller 7. Sorry.
Ooh.
Finally, caller 8. We apologize.
Yeah, you can't win. It's like pretty much impossible.
Here we go. Hi, who's this?
Tim.
Tim?
Tim?
Tim.
Are we saying that right?
Yeah, is that how you pronounce that?
Tim with a T.
All right, okay. Tim? We need the last 4 digits of your phone number, and if it matches, you're going to get $5,000.
Like, that's just your money. You would just get to have that.
Buy hats.
Yeah.
What
drugs.
Wait, yeah, a lot of meth.
What would Tim buy?
I feel like Tim's either going to buy tools for his garage, either that or pot.
No,
maybe both.
This is what I'd say.
Okay.
I'd say Tim. If Tim gets $5,000,
I just figured it out. I know what he's buying.
What?
He is going to go onto eBay and get old Playboy magazines.
Man,
I feel like that's what
I
Tim
think
does.
You're assuming that Tim, at one point in time, threw away a Playboy magazine.
Tim has them all.
He has every single one.
Okay, I get it.
I believe Tim would go to Menards.
Yeah.
And buy. First thing he's doing, new toilets for his house.
Oh, I see. You got some old toilets?
Yeah, do
Tim?
you need new toilets in your house?
You
See,
do?
I called it immediately because that's a purchase you don't want to make.
All
But
right.
you get $5,000, I guess I'll just.
According to you guys, I'm either a perverted pothead or a handyman. One of the two.
right.
I think you can be both.
You can
Tim.
do all of them.
You know what? I believe in you. We tell our kids you can do anything, but Tim, you can do anything too. If you want to be a pervert, handyman, and pothead at all at the same time, you got it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Give us that last 4 digits.
5865.
5865. Hey, listen, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere because we got to get your info. You got a chance tonight with Drake. He's going to be calling out a name of the qualifiers, and you got a chance at winning $1,000.
So you could still get your toilets, man.
Hang on.
We believe in you.
Dang it. Stop.
I believe in you.
Ah! I spilled again!
It's the second time you spilled today.
I know it. All right,
You
Tim, hang
definitely
on.
spilled way more than I have.
Oh, I know it. But you spilled directly on the board at the birthday station. Enough to where you went, ah! You just ripped off your shirt?
I ripped off my shirt and started patting it, but that was in a time where I could rip off my shirt.
Hey, by the way, this cash call game, hold on. What is it called?
It's called Kiss FM's Cash Call.
Oh, you know what I was thinking it was? You know what would be really a good name for it? Is the Kiss FM Baboon. The
Cash Baboon?
The Cash Baboon. That's an inside joke.
Hey, we're not just gonna do caller.
No,
What we're gonna do is have a monkey make a sound and then caller 9.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
And I laughed in his face and he said, I'm serious.
9 noon 3 7. 9 noon 3 and 7. You listen for the cue to call. Beat caller 9. Match the 4 digits. Get $5,000. Back to Karen Hour. A lot of music. Hey, it's the Jake and Tanner show. It's 95.9 Kiss FM. Good morning.